right, greetings and salutations, everyone out in YouTube land. We are here at the Battle of Moscowa. It is, I believe, the 9:40 turn. And where things stand right now is we've had lots of, I would say, cavalry battles and whatnot up here north of Borodino. Most of those have kind of petered out as the Russians have gotten pushed around or sent packing. In the town of Borodino itself, it looks like the French have cleared everything on the western side of the Kalacha, and so that's what's going on over there. Meanwhile, the Russians had brought down a significant number of troops from their northern positions to line up here along that part of the Kalacha opposite the French. Meanwhile, the Bagration fletches have all been cleared out of Russian forces, and things for the most part have settled down there into what you would consider a bit of a stalemate. The French are going to start pushing forward a little bit before they start to encounter the next set of Russian defenders. Down around Utitsa, there's a division from Davu's corps that is kind of threatening Utitsa from the west. Meanwhile, the Poles have kind of cleared the road of Cossacks, and they'll start moving back up along the road to Utitsa. So that's kind of where things stand right now. Nothing too terribly exciting at this particular juncture. Everybody's just kind of still moving stuff around, lots of artillery fire, and we'll see what happens next. So here we go, back to the group, and we'll check in with everybody. If anybody has anybody checks in, go ahead and write some comments, and I will try to respond when time allows.
House I grew up in.
How's his mind?
His mind is really in good shape. His hearing is not great anymore, and he finally looks old. Like, when he stands, it's no longer, he's not really standing up straight, and you kind of always worry whenever he's going up and down a step.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look as stable, solid on his feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in remarkably good condition for 97. I hope it's genetic.
Yeah.
Well, usually it is. Usually it is, Michael. There is a fair component that is, yes.
My dad was 93 when he died in 2018. And I don't think he knew who I was, but he knew he was supposed to know me, so he faked it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, you know what? If he had enough on him to know that he was supposed to fake it, that's something, honestly.
Because I asked him, I said, "What's my name, Dad?" He's just looking at you with like a grin on his face, like, and then, my nephew said, "Come on, Grandpa, it's your son, John." He was, "Oh, yeah." But he didn't know who I was.
Yeah, well, that's probably more common than not by the time you reach that age.
Yeah.
Well, how is everyone doing otherwise?
December of 23, he turned 18 3 days before Pearl Harbor. You want to talk about some rotten timing?
Yeah. My dad was one of the 90-day wonders, naval officer.
Okay, well, that'd be somebody do that.
Yeah, he was 17 when he went into the Naval Officers Training School.
Wow.
He joined he volunteered because he already knew people that were that had Marines and had died, and he didn't want to be. When they collapsed all the college guys into they drafted them all. He volunteered before he was drafted.
Well, that makes sense. You want to have some choices with a little self-control.
Yeah. because a lot of those guys that landed at Normandy, those guys were all college deferred guys that had only been in the military for just a few months before they landed in France.
Good times.
Yeah.
It's almost like being those Russian grenadiers in the Fletchens. just being cannon fodder. I thought I would turn. Do you like the segue I gave there?
That was a perfect segue. Perfect segue.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, well, is everybody set to get started? I mean, it's been 2 weeks since we've looked at this, so it's a matter of kind of refamiliarizing yourself with where the heck things are. So,
yeah, I think there's a lot of that going on for me.
Yeah. So, well, whenever you guys are ready for us to go into our separate rooms, we can do that.
Don't we do the...
Oh, yeah, we got to roll. Roll for...
or whatever?
Yeah, roll for whatever the result is. The excitement. I got to try to find my rule book here. All right, so let's go with the French. The French will roll. Anybody want to roll for the French? Tom, are you feeling particularly lucky?
Well, not really, but we'll see here.
Well, you need a 14.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is not particularly lucky. That
What did I
is...
tell you?
Napoleon is
Hello,
sitting...
Tom.
Napoleon has hemorrhoids.
Well, you notice I didn't volunteer.
Green
myself.
head boy.
That's true. That's true. Next time we'll ask who feels lucky, and then we'll ask them to roll. All right, Russians.
David, go ahead. Do it.
That's probably a bad idea, but
64 or 66?
33, right smack in the middle. Let's see. That is Barclay is in command. You get one command point at the army level. So, well, that's not too bad. That's better than Napoleon has a bad case of syphilis. So
A bad case. That's good.
Yes.
I think any case would be.
A heavy case, is that it?
Especially back then.
The
Yes.
24-hour syphilis, not too bad. But the rest of them are...
The bed bugs have been attacking him, something like that.
That's a way of saying it.
Right, yeah.
So I did read years ago a travelogue written by a Frenchman. He's traveling in Russia in the kind of early, like 1830s or so. It's called Empire of the Tsar, and it's kind of the equivalent of de Tocqueville's, Democracy in America, or whatever. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it's the Russian one. It's where there's this French guy. He's traveling through Russia, and he's talking about just how absolutely horrible all the inns, taverns, every single bed, everywhere. It's just bristling with fleas and bed bugs and everything. So that was the one thing that really struck me. Is like almost every other chapter was like, oh my God, we got here and we got eaten alive by whatever else.
Yeah.
So
God.
I was referring to literal bed bugs as opposed to figurative bed bugs.
Right. Remind me to pack like insulin and DDT if I go to through my time machine.
Yeah, that's the thing. By the time they have time machines, hopefully they've come up with something that will help with all of that other nonsense. So, all right. Well, I'm ready to go down to French HQ and we can sort things out down there.
All right.
Right.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey,
What's this battle we're doing again?
This one is called Battle of Borodino, or Battle
Brilliant.
of Moscow. So we've already captured Borodino, so I think it's safe that we can just call it quits here. We've won.
Okay,
Yeah.
job done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that is the name of the battle.
It is. It is. It is. It's not the Battle of Gorky or some Utitsa. No, it's the Battle of Borodino. So mission
right,
accomplished,
job done.
Tom. Yeah. Oh. Well, it looks like did he put some people over on our side of the Kalachau?
Yeah, he did.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh, well, that gives you something to kill, Tom.
well, I'm hoping we go first, and because I can charge them with my heavy cavalry and just roll right over.
Oh, that would be lovely, and send them all packing back across the river again.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Back to their icon.
There you
That way
go.
we can have a little route fest again.
Oh, yes, the ever popular Route Fest.
That was pretty fun.
All right. Well, what are you guys going to need as far as command points go?
Well, that's a really good question.
I'm gonna definitely need one for the 13th. So that's a must for me.
Okay.
13th division.
Right, right. So why don't you? So you usually take 3 command points over on that side of the battlefield, right? I think we've got 8 since Napoleon's sitting on his ass.
Yeah, I normally do take 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 since Napoleon is not behaving himself today. So if you need 3, that will leave basically 5 for Tom and I mean for Michael and I. So Michael, what all do you need to have activated and whatnot?
Well, that's a great question because, after all this effort pushing the Russians out of the Fletches, now the question is, what do we do next? And do I need to just hold the position while you push around their left?
Well,
or do I actually need to advance and do anything?
Well, let's see. At this stage, yeah, we probably need to have, kind of get things ready for pushing in around on, I would guess you would say, the west side of Semenoikov, whatever it is, where that redoubt is. So pushing some cavalry forward, pushing a screen of skirmishers forward, and then having, infantry ready to move in and attack that redoubt and kind of push in, because that's right now that's where the bend in their line is.
Yes.
Yeah. So it would make sense for us to target that and try to and take that, and then we'll just keep the pressure up on my side. I'll start to get some stuff ready over on that side of the universe, and then I still have stuff coming up the road towards Utitsa. So I need at least one command point for the Poles, and I can take a command point for Davu. So that's 2. And then, Michael, if you've got 2 command points, you can maybe get some of Nay's stuff wherever else it needs to go, and then maybe one of those heavy cavalry divisions forward. And then
well, yeah. I mean, the 2nd Cavalry Corps is is the one that I've been using here lately.
Okay. So that would be 2, and then I could take 1 more for my grand battery and just try to get all of that stuff in position. So that's what I'm looking at. So that would be, so if I have 3 and then you have at least 1 for Nay, and then I don't know if you've got if there's a heavy cavalry corps you want to, or not corps, but
Yeah,
division.
the second cavalry corps is the right one, because
Okay.
I can put them up in the gully to protect my left flank from those cavalry that he's got kind of menacing over there.
Okay, that would be perfect. So we'll do that, and then
Yeah.
that should work.
All right.
All right, and then Tom, what all have you got cooking?
I'm gonna try to. Well, I just have the 2. I got. I'm sorry, the 3 Marat, the 13th, and the Guard Real. So
Okay.
that's our total of 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick them out of Borodino one way or another, and start moving the Guard. And well, 14th isn't gonna move, but start moving like we've discussed
Okay.
for his flank. So.
Sure. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Okay. So you've got.
And remember, everybody, roll for your light cavalry. We want.
Yeah, I've got a lot of light cavalry that needs to have potential activation. So.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so those guys all have.
Move up.
Yep, we can go
Yeah,
up to the
as well.
thing. They should.
It's on about an hour before. I can't believe it takes them this long to sort things out still.
Yeah, they were all having a powwow. I logged in like half an hour in, or half hour before, just to kind of get everything set, and they were having a discussion then. So it should be really easy.
Exactly.
What I think.
One would think.
Yeah, you'd think they've already have figured it out. So particularly since Albert like measures everything out by in advance. He knows exactly how many movement points it takes to get XYZ. So
How come we're not that diligent? We just show up like 5 minutes before.
yeah, pretty much. It's not. There's not that much going on, in my opinion. It's.
I haven't looked at this at all.
I haven't looked at it since we played it last, which was 2 weeks ago. So I know where things are, but that's about it. Okay, well, we might as well roll for our light cavalry since we're waiting for them to sort themselves out.
That's 1.
All right, we'll roll for these poles. First set of poles. Yep. Second set of poles. Oh. Hit the wrong button. I don't think so. No. Third set of poles. Nope, those guys are not. So there's 1. And let's see, I've got those 2 guys. Yep. And nope.
I got 3. Wow.
That's
I got 3
good.
out of 4.
All right. I gotta find another. I'll just plunk that down over here. So I got 2 out of my 4.
Dead. Okay.
I got 3 out of my 4.
Oh, and I got a roll for Torino here. Well, let's see. Nope, he's still within command, so.
Rolling for.
That's what we've done.
Okay, I've got 1 for Vasilchikov. That's just 1 die?
Yep, just 1 die.
Yep.
Unless you're John or Paul and you roll 2 die, and then you pick whichever one you like best.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
If you get better odds that way.
I'll be darned.
Much better odds.
So, is it.
So you have to roll their cavalry bonus or lower. So if they have a cavalry bonus of 2 or 3, then
He's 2, yes.
yes, you'd have to roll a 2 or less.
Hey, Al,
Yeah.
put 4 in the cup.
I've got, well, how many did you get?
4.
And I got 1.
Let's see. Did you roll for Dorokov?
I rolled for Vasilichov.
We'll also roll for Dorokov, who's light cavalry. He's over by the Great Redoubt. He's right there, stacked with that 14-15.
I think I made that unless he's a 4.
Dorokov is a
3.
3.
All right.
How many did you get? John?
4.
You got 4 emus?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and I got 1.
And I got 1.
So that's additional 6. So we have, and we did at the top end of it, those guys, right? So, all right. So that means we've got 6 plus. We got 12 MUs in there this time. Okay. All right. So, okay, so I'm going to do 1,
How much did you get, Tom?
2.
3.
Okay. So that's going to be 8 plus 3 is going to be 8 plus 5. That's going to be 13.
6. Okay, then we got
8,
15.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
We got 6, plus we got another 6 with,
Did you have any light cavalry, Michael?
I did not.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I have our light cavalry as 10 through 15.
Okay. Hey, got 13 on mine. So.
I used 15.
So did I.
All right. Well, you
It doesn't matter, guys. Remember, you all go at the
I
same
know it
time.
doesn't.
So yeah,
Just the count has to matter.
yeah. It's
All
just
right,
how
we
many are in
got-
the cup. That's what matters. All right, everybody got a chit in the cup?
Yes, I believe we have ours in there.
Okay, excellent. Well, we can go ahead
I
and...
didn't put any chits in there. I just assume you're taking care of that.
Yes,
Am
I
I
did.
crazy?
Nope. No, I
Good.
took care of that for the French. I presume Albert took care of it for the Russians. So, all right. Let's see. We need to have somebody pull from the cup. Does anybody feel particularly lucky?
Nope.
Nobody wants to pull. No one wants the heavy responsibility of pulling from the
All right, I'll pull it.
All right,
I'm
John.
feeling not lucky, but
Shake the
I
cup.
guess.
Make sure you shake the cup before you pull.
all right. I'm shaking the screen right now.
There you
so
go.
Hopefully that'll come
It's
on.
like you'll have a
Here
nice
goes. Drum roll.
survey says. Hey, it's the
Ah.
Russians. All right.
Wait, says.
So it's time for the Russians to do stuff. So Russians, do you have any charges?
Don't think so.
Okay. David, do you have any charges? This is your one big opportunity.
No, not right at the moment.
Okay. All right. Albert, do you have any charges?
No.
Nope. Okay, this could be a very quick Russian turn then, just by virtue of the fact that we don't have
Could be.
15 or 20 minutes sucked up in dealing with charges. So,
Yeah.
okay. Then, let's see. Albert, do you have any... Doesn't look like you've got anything over at Utitsa. Where do you have stuff? Over there by...
Just by
Semenyaev? Okay.
I'm one and two, Eric.
Okay, that's fine. And then David, what do you have? Are you there in the center?
Yep.
Okay.
I had a great readout and onto the
Okay.
Sumner.
Okay. So it probably makes sense for Tom and John to go off into one section of the universe together, and for Michael and David to do likewise, and then Albert and I will focus on Albert's stuff. So, Albert, meet me in game room 1.
Game room 1. All right, Eric.
Hey, Albert, how are you doing?
Clock.
Oh, yeah, give me a
I'm
second.
doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I had a nice Mother's Day, had a chance to catch up with some of the family and folks I haven't seen in a while. So that was kind of pleasant.
Good for you.
So, yeah. Somewhere here I've got my app for that. And then today we had a fencing tournament over at our location in Murrieta. So I was busy with that for the first half of the day. So, yeah. All right, I'm ready to start the clock. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, so which one are you doing first?
Okay, I'm doing the 20th, under here, the 20th battery. I can find them.
So that is
Right here.
moon number 1?
Yeah, remove number 1.
Okay.
That's 2, 3, 4, and flip 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay. The 21st, that's not the 23rd. Okay, then I will prologue this guy over here.
Okay.
I'll bring the 12th up. 1, 2, flip him. I will bring the 48th. Will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 68, 40. Go into here. Okay. 68, 43. Where? 68. Hold on. Move him back over. 48 to 68, 43. Where's that? Oh. Okay, the 12th Division. Okay, 21st Division will go 1, 2.
So are you done with move number 1?
No. Oh, I've got some more artillery to move.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've done the 20th. Let me do my cavalry. I'm going to come back to the 22nd if I can, or I guess I can't do that.
Yeah,
yet.
let's try to finish up move number 1 so we don't end up moving stuff twice or whatnot.
48 will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh.
I mean, they could move into the hex with your infantry, I guess.
Okay, wait a minute. 1, they start out here. I'll move them into here. Flip them over.
But you can't because you don't have a leader there. So you can't stack them. Plus...
I will have a leader.
Okay, then move your leader who's part of... So that would be like Lowenstein, right? Yeah.
Okay, and then this guy. Okay, moves 1, 2, 3. Oh, can't do him.
Can't do that either. Yeah, you don't have a leader.
I don't have a, yeah. Okay. All right, okay, that's it for those guys. Okay, now.
Okay, so move number 1 is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now we've got these guys. They're all going to pull up. They'll pull up there. They get out of columns, so they'll go into column.
So who is move number 2?
12s.
So who is move number 2?
Move number 2 is the 6th Cavalry. Okay, so their leader is right here.
But their leader's there, but he's not stacked with any unit.
He started out stacked with a cavalry, with a artillery.
Oh, okay.
He did. Remember?
Yeah. There? The guy that moved over there.
Okay. So I think that's moving. So that would be a 1. And getting rid of these guys would be 2. Three.
So it's actually
4.
6, right? You're changing into column, so it costs 3 for the check, and then it's going to cost you 2 more to bring the other units into the back of it. So it's 5.
1.
So that's going to be 6, 7, 8.
Okay, and this guy, that's the same thing. He's going to come up to here, or he'll come up right at the end of here.
Okay.
Yeah, get rid of these guys. Okay, I see a battery I forgot about, the 23rd to 6846. Yeah, 60. Okay, this guy right here. 1.
Wait, so where are you at now?
Okay, this guy, it was a battery I lost track of. 23rd position.
Okay.
And flip him. All right, and he's gonna Reposition slightly. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's it.
All right. Well, that was all pretty exciting. And you did it all with about 4 minutes to spare. So, as far as defensive fire goes, over on our side of the world, we've got a little bit down there around Utitsa. So we can start down there, down with these guys here, down there firing on those musketeers. So I've got 3 increments, so that's 9. And these guys, how many increments are there? And 2, so that's going to be 6. Plus 9, that's going to be 15. And what's your fire defense in the swampy swamp? Fire defense in the marsh is 10. So it's a 1.5 to 1 shot. 44 at 1.5 to 1 is a hit. And
that's on the 5-7, right?
That's on that 5-7. So that's, I think, their 3rd hit.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And then I've got some shooting I can do, I guess, here. What's that guy got? 5-7. Those guys are brush. So I'll do a 1-to-1 shot here, and then a long shot over here. So first for the long shot, 63. That's probably not enough because you've got a defense of 14, I think. And I've got 2.5 times 3. That's shot. That's what, a 2-to-1 or 1-to-2? Yeah. So it is a hit on those.
63 is on
Yep.
1-to-2.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that's on, where was that again?
This guy right here.
And okay. Okay.
All right, and then I've got a 1-to-1 shot here on that guy there.
Okay.
And that's a miss.
All right.
And then my last shot is these guys here firing there. And I've got, I think, 2, so I've got 6. So it's going to be 6 to 6. It's a 1-to-1 shot. It actually is 6 to 7 since you're in the brush. And that's a miss. Okay, you can shoot back.
Okay, I've got this guy who is, flip him over and see what he is. Okay, he's 2 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 times 3 is 6. And I've got this guy who is an 8, I believe, or is a 6.
So you've got 12 to 16, I think.
12 to a 14.
No, it's 16 for skirmishers in the marsh.
12 to 14, so it's a 1 to 1.5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Miss. Okay. Oh, actually, I had 3 guys in there. Oh, no, it's to be the same. He was in column.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have this hex.
Mm-hmm.
We got
2.5.
2.5 times 3, so that's 7.5. 7.5 plus these 2 guys, who are a 3. Now that guy should be in 1 hex now.
Well, but he just took a hit in my fire phase, so the fire is simultaneous.
Yeah.
So.
All right. All right. So now we have 7.5 plus 3, 9. So that's 16.5 to 16, right? 1 to 1.
Yeah, to 15 in the brush.
Okay, it's 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I should have added that guy in. It wouldn't make any difference. 9 more. Wouldn't have been. Okay. And that guy can't fire. Okay. I think that's it then.
All
Well,
right.
that was unfruitful. It was unfruitful for me.
Well, I'm sure you got more shooting you can do if we move further up the
I know.
universe.
Better get sharpen my. Okay.
Sharpen your dice.
Right. Okay, we've got just one increment up here with the 5/8 firing on Cheridine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 3 to 1 to 2.
No.
Nothing. Okay, artillery. We've got a lot of artillery to figure out. A lot of it can't fire at anything. Okay. So, we have these guys who are 24, and these guys are 12 to fire on something.
Can you tell me which hex you're looking at? Oh, okay.
Actually, probably these guys will find a target too. Okay, first we'll see what these guys can fire at. Alright, that's close to the middle of that hex. Damn it. Lost the thread there.
Oh.
Okay, see that? So they go through that guy first and then...
No, I don't see the thread.
Down.
I don't see
the thread?
No.
Okay. We start out going... damn it, I keep losing it.
Yeah, I don't know if other people are trying to use the thread or what's going on. But I know only one person can use the thread at a time. So just, can you highlight what hex is shooting and what hex is firing?
Yeah, okay. All right, let's go.
Okay.
That's the target, the first target.
Okay.
And this is the hex it's firing.
So you got a 1-to-1 shot.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's 18 to, 1 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
That is a miss.
And, okay, then it goes through to, I believe, this guy.
Okay. So now you're at long range, so it's going to be 9 to 9, 1 to 1, with a -6. And that's a miss.
All right, I think that's as far as it can go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Well, it can't
so
go any
that's
further
okay.
because the readout blocks it.
Okay, so he goes down to a 4. All right, next one will be, possibly will go. Okay, I think we'll try these two.
Where are you shooting now, Albert?
Okay, you don't see the thread at all.
I see a thread now. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm firing on. Okay, so it will be first this group right here.
So are you combining? Is it just the hex with Lowenstern, or is it?
We're combining them.
Okay. So we want to draw from the center of the hex through
That's
this.
not involved.
Are you going this way?
This guy.
Which way are you going?
This guy.
Yes.
And this guy.
Yeah. So you would draw from the. You would go from the midway point right here between the two hexes to draw your line from.
Right. Yeah. So thread. Yeah. So I do the thread.
Yep.
Right this way, and they're going to come through like that.
Right, but they've got to go through the middle of the target hex that you're shooting at.
That is the middle. So they'll hit. They're going through the middle if you see the thread.
I'm looking at the thread. It's not lined up with the middle of this hex.
Oh, I see.
Right, and you've got it lined up over with that artillery unit and not this artillery unit.
Oh, I lined it up in the middle.
Yeah, but you did it with the unit that already fired.
No, this unit fired.
Yeah, I know. And you had the line right here between those two units that
I
already
did?
fired.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
So that's why I'm just like,
Sorry.
what are you doing?
All right, okay, let's do the thread again then. Okay, right here. Okay, we'll do that. See that thread?
No, it's still here. Let me do it, Al.
It's going through the middle of the other.
I know, but you still have it. You've got it lined up with the wrong artillery unit.
I don't believe so.
Well, at least from where.
Between the zero.
Yeah.
Well,
so
where is my?
so.
Oh, I see that my other guy's disappearing on me when I.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's disappearing on me, but he disappears when I do the thread. Oh, I can't see him. Okay. Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
He was
so
just
the thread should start right there, right? That's where you should have it start.
There.
Yeah. What's
and
up?
There's where I want to. There's where I want to
Yes.
go.
Chicken.
Got it?
Chicken.
Yeah, barbecue, California.
What was it called again? Not buffalo.
Okay.
Barbecue chicken
So
pizza.
Yes.
first I'll
Have a good day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
Okay, so the 24.
So this is
24.
you're shooting at stuff that belongs to Michael. So let's pop up to where Michael is, and that way then he's okay. Hi, Michael. Albert wants to shoot at you.
Michael was rebooting his computer because something happened while we were talking, and he actually has lost complete connection to the game and stuff. So
Oh, okay. Then I guess I will manage his stuff for him. All right. So Albert, what have you got? You've got 8 plus 9. So you've got
10. I've got 10 with the group that's stacked.
Oh, okay, 10 plus.
And
so
I've
you got 15.
8 with the other one.
Yeah. So you've got 18 to 14, a 1-to-1 shot.
Right.
With a plus something for Lowenstein, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So just roll your dice. A 36. That's not going to be enough to get a hit.
Right.
All right.
And
So then you've got
14, 17.
Then you got 15 to 6. So you've got a 2.5 to 1 shot with a minus 6 for the ricochet, but a plus 4 for the unit that's there. So altogether a minus 2, and Lowenstein is worth 4. So it's a 2.5 to 1 with a plus 2 for Lowenstern.
Okay, that's minus 6 plus. Okay.
Yeah, so it all works out. It's a plus 2 in the end. So 21 becomes a plus 2 becomes a 23. That's a miss.
I didn't get anything. I haven't gotten a single hit. Okay. All right. I don't know whether anybody's done the redoubt battery or not.
You can ask David. I saw it flashing, so that made me
I
indicate.
did too.
I shot the one that facing
In the
south
redoubt.
in the route.
Okay.
Who'd you
I-
shoot it at?
I
Well,
have some shooting to do over here in the woods. Right, we've got some fire over here in the Kaminsky woods with those Russian skirmishers.
I also fired this one. I got a hit, but that's the one that I got a hit on these. Michael has not been able to. As I said, we've got a technical difficulties there right at the moment.
Yeah, I'm back now.
There we go. All right, so he's got one hit on these guys here, and then I've got the ricochet.
Guess I need to do a quick morale check. Fine. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're at long range, so it's just 1.5 to 1 minus 6.
51.
So that becomes a 51. That's still going to be a hit.
Another morale check. You just feel really lucky. You could go ahead and go for it again at minus 12. I don't know how much chance there is.
Well, doesn't take much. You just keep rolling well. Oh no, that didn't do it.
No, that doesn't do it. And I decremented the artillery supply. So
Good man.
All right, so David, we can do the shooting over here in the woods. So I've got, I think, what? 1 increment there, plus 3 increments there, plus is that what? Also 3 increments? Yeah. So I got 7 increments times 3. That's going to be 21. And I think your fire defense in the forest is forest 16. So it is not good enough to get. So just a straight up 1-to-1 shot. 62 is a hit. And that's their second hit, and time for a morale check for those boys.
check. And they
are going to disorder. Well, before you do, you can take a pot shot at these guys. Right. So you would have had 6 to 14 or 15 or whatever. So just roll. No.
That's not that.
Yeah.
So. Disordered, and how far do I go?
You'd go half your movement, so I think those guys. Well, you'd want to flip them over. They're not in skirmish order anymore.
Oh, that's true. They're in
disorder. Yeah. So I think they've got a movement of 8. That sounds about right. Yeah. So you'd move 4. So the brush is going to cost you 2, and the forest, well, forest costs you 3. So you could move. Yeah, there. That's about as far as you could go, I guess.
Can they turn around at all, or are they...
Well, they've got an all-around facing at this point.
That's true with the general order. They're all...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not general order, but being in disorder, they have an all-around facing. Yeah. So when you're routed or disordered, you have an all-around facing. Well. Let's see we got a whole bunch of assaults over here. Let's go see what's going on with Tom and Associates.
Now, when I advance in, do I get to change orientation?
Nope.
I know that after assault you don't, after winning an assault, but what about if you're, what about if there's no assault?
Oh, are you asking if you have to advance in?
Yeah, but I'm asking if I advance in, can I then change orientation?
No, not.
You just,
Yeah, you would still have. So Ed had pointed out to us, and I think I mentioned it to you when we played Dresden a few weeks ago, that the rear hex.
That I understand. I know that, but there wasn't an assault. He failed his check, is all. His role to stand.
Right. So you're advancing into that hex. It's the same as if it was an advance after an assault.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. So
but I don't have to go in there.
You don't have to go in there. Nope.
Because if I go in there, then my rear hex has to be.
It has to be facing the hex that you just came from.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure if I should do that or not. Okay. Let me get this assault marker off. First up. So if I come in, then I've got to be. Oops. Sorry. Then I'm presenting my rear to these guys.
That is correct.
That doesn't seem like that's a good option at this particular point. All right. So let's see this guy. We'll do this. Oh, oops, sorry. This one right here, Tom.
Okay.
So he disorders.
That failed.
John, am I firing in the artillery that's up there by the 17th and 23rd divisions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And that artillery goes bye-bye. But he doesn't get to choose or change his facing, right?
Who?
I guess he'd go in like. Would he go in like that?
Nope. He has to have his rear hex side facing the hex that he just advanced from.
That.
Yep.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go in. And I'm going to leave him there. So now we got this one, Tom.
Okay. Oh, darn, he stands.
What did he roll?
61.
All right.
And so then,
Let me roll mine. So I rolled, okay.
all right.
So let's get this.
Well, here's a question. Well, so I guess it is at the point of contact. All right. So
Yeah.
In this,
I'm on your
in
flank
this case,
now.
In this case, you are at my flank now.
Yeah,
It's no longer refused.
right.
What? But
I got 11.
Well, what, Eric?
nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think assaults you can do in whatever particular order you want, while fire combat is simultaneous.
Yeah.
But it never hurts to look it up.
I don't know. Sometimes it does.
That's true. We have found more often than not that we've been playing it wrong.
I was talking more about just psychic pain, but sure.
Yeah, just thinking something you didn't want to know.
Well, maybe Ed's watching. He's been watching a bunch of our other ones, so he might send us notes.
I think he usually watches, though.
He's been
after
watching
the fact.
Dresden. Yeah, he's been watching Dresden, I think, a little bit more often than this one. He sent me some notes on that one from last week.
So I'm going to have 16, Tom.
I got 6.6.
So it's a 2-to-1.
Sorry, guys. I got this all kind of screwed up there. And let's flip my leader over just to see what he's going to get, what he's got to give here. So he's got 2. Okay, so 2-to-1. All right. $35 plus 2, 41. So I lose 2 and you lose 2. I think you're destroyed. Oh no.
It's 2.5, isn't it?
No, it's a 2-to-1.
Okay.
I see 2 and 2 and a morale check for the defender.
Yeah.
But that's presuming there's anything left of the defender.
Yeah, he's got 1 left. And
Okay.
He stands.
Okay. So in the melee, the top unit takes all the hits.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, so does that mean he's eliminated?
One of them is, yeah. This guy right here.
What guy?
I put him right there.
Okay. Would you like us to move him to the bone pile for you, John?
Yeah, because I can't do that. Remember? It
Yeah.
just kind of ghosts it up there.
Okay. Give me a second. Let's see. That is the 6th division. I guess we haven't won the game yet, Tom. They must have heard us talking about, whoever holds Borodino is the winner.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the name of the battle, right?
I was going to say, it's the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
Goodness, that
We still hold We still hold the church though, so I think technically that's the VP location.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Is that
There you
it?
go.
There you go. It's...
When you got to bring your attorney out, that's when you know you're in trouble.
All right. So the next assault here.
Okay, these guys are gonna retreat before combat.
What was the rule about assaulting across the Kolacha? There was some weird thing I remember seeing. So it says here, it says all units assaulting or charging across the Kolacha conduct melee in disorder. Mark the assaulting.
Yeah, but that's the Marie Louise.
All right, so what do we do? What's the... I mean, they could still be disordered, but...
Still be in disorder.
Yeah. But then you would, if you... So it's basically you're halved, and you have your reorganization phase at the end. So if you pass reorganization, you've recovered, but...
What? There's no disorder. No, you got to look at it like attacking across the Linné Creek in that would be the precedence. We're taking the Marie Louise rules here and trying to retrofit those. In the Linné rules, you have to have, in order to get across the creek, in the restricted area, you have to have at least 5 movement points left. In any other creek, you have to have 3 movement points left to get over the creek. Because there is no disordered units fighting anything out in these rules.
No, not usually. That's true. But
Hold it.
Yeah.
So 2 things. One is, as long as John has enough movement points to come over, that's fine. Okay. But there, in these rules, we added an addendum. There's an addendum that if a unit does not have enough movement points to get into the hex that they're assaulting, then they are disordered. So in these rules, you still can be disordered and doing an assault.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah, you can come over.
Yeah.
You're fine. It just modifies your pre-morale. But in this case, I'm just going to retreat before combat. So.
Right.
Okay.
And I would just sit there. And so then our next one would be this guy right here.
Okay, so now
well, I don't know that you'd sit there. Don't you have to advance?
No. I don't think I have to advance. It doesn't say that I have to.
Well, I know there's a difference between people that retreat after combat and retreat before combat, and if they fail their pre-melee morale check. So go ahead and work on the next one. I'll look it up here real quick because I remember there was a distinction.
So this guy that you're doing, he's actually a skirmisher. You just flipped him over, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, he is a skirmisher.
I am going to stand, and my modifiers, I get a +3 because you are attacking across the Kalasha.
And you've lost 3.
I've lost. So that's going to be.
So it's a 2-to-1 assault too, because you've lost 2 and I've got 4, and you took a hit too. So that's another 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at a -3. But it's going to be a Kalasha, so it's straight up. But there's a -3 because I took a hit.
and -6 because
you're half dead.
You're half dead. So that's 9.
So show me where that affects the pre-melee, please.
All modifiers that apply, it says. Whenever a unit is half, if it's strength, it's let's see here, where the hell is that? When 15.3 infantry battalions that have lost 50% of their starting increments printed me about subtract 6 from the die roll when checking morale. Elite battalions that have printed value of 14 or less do not modify their morale due to losses.
So in this case, I'm better off retreating before combat.
That's correct.
But I don't think you can, because I'm a skirmisher too. Unless you have a better, unless you guys are faster than me.
Let's see here.
Well, is your guy in skirmish order?
Yeah.
Mine is.
Oh, okay, because his looks like it was in line or something.
We just flipped it over to see how many increments I had.
Yeah. So no, I don't think you can retreat. So you have to roll.
42. Well, he stands. 42, 32. Yeah, so I'd need a -12 total. So he stands. I was only at -9.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have 62.
all right, so now you guys just do your numbers.
I'm 8.
Go for but your skirmish order is your half.
Well, I know, but so are you though too. So.
Yeah. So what do I got? 3, 5, 5 into 13.
And you got 5.2, so it's a 1-to-1 attack.
$7.8. Okay, even odds.
It's a 1.5 attack. 1.5 to 1.
How is that? If
Because I'm 8.
right, and he's
7.8. He said.
Oh, I went times 3. Sorry. I'm 5.2.
Yeah. It's a 1.5.
Yeah.
Here's the roll. Come on, Russia. Not really, but in this game.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, 31. Oh, there'll be a refight. Yee-hee.
no 31 at 1.5 to 1. Oh yeah, so you each lose 1, and everyone's got to make a morale check. Yeah, Tom passes again. And this time John.
Oh, I rout. Or disorder.
You disorder, yeah.
It was a good attempt, guys.
Just for laughs, guys. Where are we?
We're down here by Borodino.
Down in Borodino.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is the attacking across the Galacha. Okay.
Yeah, this is the one that's over here.
At Borodino.
Yeah.
Actually, I would think I might want to. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Oops, I missed. I dropped my guy off.
And just flip him over. He's in regular
yeah.
order.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on, I didn't see that.
Is why you wanted to go first, Tom?
Yeah, exactly. Because either he's going to assault me or I'm going to charge him with my heavies. So either way, it's whichever side went first.
Well, you can still charge him with your heavies.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, he's not going to have a line of sight on you until you're right on top of him. Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Oh, now you have to have so you don't have to have a line of sight to opportunity charge, but you have to line of sight to form a square.
Well, no, you can have a line of sight, but I mean, like for example, you've got a guy here that's on the underside of a slope, right? So he wouldn't see anybody until they came right up on top of him or something, for example. Well, similarly with some of your other units, they're not gonna see the unit until it shows up. But with the what was it? The reaction charge, it's you don't need a line of sight for that. But for forming square or whatnot, you do.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, there's probably a whole bunch of morale checks to be made, or is everyone in perfect morale?
Magnificent.
Oh, we've got a lot too.
Okay.
Let's see.
We still have artillery fire for this.
Demo?
Kalacha here. So.
Okay, why don't you go?
Okay.
Why don't you do that, David?
Right. So the first one is this guy here. Going to be shooting at this square right there. Long range. 5 foot.
Oh.
Did you see it? Here. There.
So 5 to 6.
Ooh, good rolling.
That's going to be a hit any way you slice it. And they're not going to be in square anymore.
I'll reduce its artillery in a minute, and then I want to do this one and this one. They have a artillery commander there onto here.
Wait a minute, that's a Cossack.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Tom.
that's our guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Isn't this guy supposed to be in disorder?
He should be. Did I not put disorder marker on here?
No.
I think you put him on somebody else by mistake.
You got other targets, David.
Yep. We'll shoot the next one. So that's actually that's now long range, right?
Oh, you can't fire on that guy. I already fired on him.
Oh, he's under a bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the 5-8 or somebody like that, or the 6-14?
Can I do that one?
Yeah.
That's long range though, right? So that's 9 plus 5. That's 14. Sixth.
14 to 9. I'm in line.
Oh, you're in line?
Yep.
What about that 6-14 over there?
Oh. Out in range of the one I can do him just the long range of the other. That'd be 9 to
9 to 6.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that. Just
And they count for 2 in casualties.
actually I can combine combine 3, 4. I combine them with this one instead. So 9, and we can actually add the 13 to 6, 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Good.
Don't
All
forget
right,
to mark your guys' ammo.
That's what I'm getting ready to do.
Oh, you can't bounce through to that other guy because we only have 9, right?
Well, one of them is a range of 12.
Okay, he can bounce through to the 7-12 out further back.
Toot, toot, toot.
52. Minus 6, 52.
David is on a roll. He's trying to, you're doing better than Paul. You know what this means? They might not invite Paul back.
Paul's getting fired.
Or what you do is you just keep David for the rolls. Just say, okay, David.
A rolling specialist.
Exactly. Don't let him pick from the cup, but do let him roll the dice. He's really good at that. He's got that down well.
Is that guy losing one at 7-12? The Guard Dragoons?
One.
Yeah.
I don't know which. I have no idea what you guys are doing. Somebody's
Oh,
firing.
he suffered a 62.
For the ricochet fire from the first one.
So both batteries are able to fire at him, or just
No,
one?
only one of them did for that.
So what's his long range value?
His long range value is 9.
Yep.
That's his long range?
Yep.
Holy cow, that's going to be a hit no matter how you slice it.
That was.
Well, I mean, as long as it's, with a minus 6, if it's a 1 to 2, if it's a 1 to 1.5, it's going to be a miss.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to know what his long range value was.
But he's +3.
It was 1.5 to 1.
It's 1.5 to 1. Okay, well that's
it was 1.5 to 1.
9 to 6.
+3 on the die roll, so it's.
so.
Okay, so
So it sounds like it's a hit. So.
Got a good beat. You can dance to it.
Okay.
I decreased all the artillery that fired, and
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Did you fire this stuff here?
That's what he's doing right now.
No, that already fired. That already fired.
Oh, that already
None of this stuff can fire again. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me. That's my division there.
The 23rd, I thought, was part of the.
No, that was just no.
All right.
That was.
And take that out of the back.
All right, that's typical
worth trying,
of
David.
the Russians, trying to come up with. Always cheating, those Russians, I tell you.
The 17th up there, that's Paul's.
Right.
You can fire on your Cossacks if you want to.
No, we already did. We fired on that square, and he shouldn't be in square anymore, right? Right here?
He's got 3 increments left.
No, he got a hit.
No, he had 3. He had 3, and he got hit for another one.
I didn't even know he got hit.
Yeah, that was the first one he fired.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. This is all just.
Stop working on those rules, Tom, and pay attention to the game. Stop working on ELAO while we're doing this, and pay attention.
Is he multitasking again?
I think he is. I think he is.
I am. I have all the French units done. I don't have their values in, but I have dummy values, but I have all the artwork and everything done for them. completely.
Cool.
Wow, that is awesome.
That'll be a slaughterhouse game. Jeez.
No kidding. Tom and I played that, and I lost almost. I mean, I lost ricochet here, ricochet there. It was just brutal.
Ricochet everywhere. Yeah.
And it's automated.
Yeah.
I took my time, and it's to set it up right, and so generating the counters now is automated.
Yeah. But the battlefield is not as condensed as in the game, right? The box game.
Yeah, no, it's the box game is about 70 or 25% less than what it should be, and I expanded that out.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll show you guys. Wait, oh shit, we were on live. Shouldn't be talking about this when we were live. I'll show you guys after we're done.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Loose lips sink ships.
That's right. Okay, so you guys are you guys done firing at me now? 2 people firing at me. Are you guys done?
Yeah, I think so,
I
Tom.
think so.
Wait,
Let's do the morale stuff.
the Emperor is not happy. We're gonna fire on you as well.
What happens when the Emperor gets constipated?
That's exactly. It's nothing
You
but
like your
trouble.
pizza now?
Those
Yeah,
are guys
about
with reorg phase.
3 pieces.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, David, you got it.
You want to go down to a room, Tom?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
can.
I got one disordered guy over here I need to roll for.
Let's go to 1.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to roll for this guy right here.
Yep, and I can even see him. That's so cool.
26, and he made it. Barely, but he made it.
Which guy was that?
It's this guy right there.
Well, he's half dead,
4.
so he's got a -9.
Oh.
So he's gonna. That's like a 13.
Oh, he's gonna. Yeah, never mind. He didn't. So,
Time to run away. Thank you.
No problem. Enjoy.
Who's putting a? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Al, you've got a routed Cossack down in the brush.
Okay. I lost track of him. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't go far enough down there. All right. So I'll roll for him. 46. And he's at 34 with a +6.
So
So he's
that's going to be a
coming back.
36, right? So
It would be a 44, and he rolled a 46.
yeah, so he's fine.
Okay. These guys are all out of command, so he's now also out of command. All right, I have a couple of. I have an exhausted to take off, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think that's about it for me. I don't see anybody else. I don't see anybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Must have been a lull in the fighting.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's that icon of Smolensk doing all the magic.
Oh, let's do our artillery, though.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to do the Grand Battery here.
Okay.
Okay, I've got one guy that's at a 3 with Lowenstein. I'll roll for him.
Okay.
Nope. And
Got one guy with up there, the north, the guy that fired on that square. He's at 3.
that's all I've got to do. Okay.
And so rolled a 3. What do they have to roll?
5
You
or
have to roll
6.
5 or 6.
Okay, so didn't make it. Some other shots here. Let's see if any of those qualify. Actually, this guy needs one. Or no, he didn't fire because he wasn't aware of that. But this guy fired. He gets to roll. So this guy's rolling. And he rolled a 5.
Good work, David.
He goes back to 6, correct?
6, yeah. He is.
What are you doing?
Is everybody still here?
Huh?
Yeah.
Still,
It just
here
got real
too.
quiet.
Yep.
Are you guys all done?
I'm done.
Yep.
Okay.
John, did you roll for your ammo recovery?
I did.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
for,
Back up to the cup.
Thank you for following up, though, because that does get forgotten.
All right, Michael. Go ahead and pull from the cup.
Ooh, me?
Mm-hmm.
At least I can't pull another Russian chip.
French move.
The French do.
I don't have any charges. Tom does.
Yeah, I do.
That's the nature of things. Well, I'll do a charge, just for fun, so I don't get left out.
Makes sense.
I know. We're down here by beautiful Utitsa. We will do a charge
Oh,
down there.
down there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Which one of these guys is doing it?
This one right here.
Okay.
All right. Everybody done their stuff there? Do we want to go into separate rooms and execute our charges?
Yeah, you want to go wherever you want to go.
All right, meet me in room 1. Are you doing charges, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
I guess, yeah.
Here we go. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, And then we're going to turn slightly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, why do I keep doing that? 8, 9.
Again.
10. Gonna do anything?
Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me ask a question on the rules.
Yeah.
And the guy in the cultivated, does he get the benefit of, he gets some terrain benefit being in the cultivated, doesn't he?
No, cultivated does, all it does is increases your defense slightly, and it costs points to move into. But it does not have any other bearing.
It does not modify his strength.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that guy will try at 4 out. He will try to form square.
Okay. Roll your dice. 43. They form square.
Square. Right here.
Exciting. Do.
Now you cannot charge through cultivated into another hex, can you?
No, brush you can't, but cultivated is cultivated.
Cultivated, you could try and move through, but you're at how many at 9? 9 right there?
Yeah.
You have 1, 2.
I've got 10 movement points left. That's a lot.
Don't think I can form square in the marsh.
No, you're in general order terrain there.
Yeah. Okay. But that does cost you a problem going and charging into general order terrain, I believe.
Yeah, but you're presuming I'm charging you in general order terrain.
Well, I'm just looking at that.
All right, so I move up.
Anyway.
I'm declaring these guys the target of my charge.
Okay. All right. Well, they'll just okay. All right, she would come into here, right?
They can. No, you. Well, are you going to retreat or?
I'm going to retreat into the square.
Okay, then retreat into the square. Do. All right, do I want to keep going? I'm a Polish chasseur. Of course I do. Well, let's see if I can roll a recall. A 2. I don't know what my recall needs to be.
French and French allies are 1 through 4.
1 through 4. What do you know? We did it. Because we're Poles. Let's see. We should probably just put the brakes on right there.
Okay,
And they're going to be tired.
You declared a charge and you never completed it.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Yeah, don't you, if you don't hit somebody, don't you route at the end of this?
Well, I don't know. It's been so long, and I've been playing with 2 other different rule sets, so let's see. So
I think it's if you reach the end of your movement and haven't.
Right.
You have not reached the end of your movement.
Right. Or if you melee without a result. So I didn't do either of those.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm just tired.
Let's
see. Somewhere here is a tired marker. There we go. Voila. That was my exciting thing. We can go back up to wherever Tom is. See what he's doing.
And what the heavies are doing.
Yeah, but I can't see you, right?
Nope, you cannot. And I move next to you.
Okay. So, in this particular thing, would you or would you not get the 3 hex straight line?
I get it.
You do? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So then I'm either going to roll to stand, or I'm going to try to form a square.
Those are your options.
So, if I form a square, 1 hex, 11 through 36.
That's surprisingly good.
Here we go. He does.
Very good.
Look at that.
What is it? Is there anything with heavy cavalry that's...
No, you got to be lancers.
Yeah, heavy cavalry would affect if he's trying to stand. There's like a -6.
No, I'm not worried about that. Isn't there a multiplier regardless if it's heavy cavalry smashing into infantry?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, if they're in square, you don't get the bonus, and you are, I think, what, times a third or something?
30.
Yeah.
And 2 opportunity fires on you.
Oh.
So you could change, potentially change targets or charge over him.
Yeah.
But you'd have to recall if that was...
Just smash into him, Tom. It'll be fun.
You're a big kid. You can do it.
Only electrons die.
They're only cardboard horses, and digital horses, so it didn't matter.
I mean, to a certain degree, he's accomplished what I wanted him to accomplish.
Oh, yes.
He's going to attempt to recall. All right, so he recalls. How many movement points is that? I lost count. It's going to be 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's just going to recall.
No, because you had to turn to get over. You had to turn. You had to turn right here to get over there.
It's fine. It doesn't matter because I'm just going to let myself go PGD. So.
Why would you go PGD?
Because I'm not going to hit anybody.
Where in the rules does it say that?
That's what we were just talking about. So
if you don't hit it, if you can't complete your charge, you PGD.
Yeah, you PGD.
Okay, Eric.
No.
Okay.
Where in the rules is that? Because we were just talking about that. So if you fail to if you melee without results, then you're going to bounce, right? But where does it say that you route yeah.
It's in here.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay, Charge.
16.3.4, failure to contact. Cavalry that expends its full movement allowance plus bonus and fails to have contact with an enemy unit are said to have charge, sans result, and route PGD at the end of its charge. Enemy units that disorder or route away as a result of the charge do not count as contact.
So here's the question: did you spend all of your movement points getting there?
No.
So
I'm just going to recall
Did you
that.
recall?
yeah. So if you recall, it says cavalry may attempt to end the charge through recall or to change its declared target. A successful
Okay.
recall
Failed to
either
recall
ends
and
the
had to
charge
keep
or
going,
allows
then
the active
you'd
player
rout.
to pick a new target.
If you
Or
failed the recall and had to keep going, then you'd rout if you didn't contact them.
Correct. Because you'd have to
If you
pursue
recall
them.
successfully, you ended it. You have
Yeah.
not used all your movement.
Right.
allowance.
So you're not routed.
I want to route, though.
Then you got to keep moving and burn up all of your movement points, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, otherwise you'd be there under the bubble this turn because you charged.
I understand.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
his
hey, hey.
artillery,
Hey.
his artillery is going to be able to hammer me. That's why I don't want to be staying there.
Well, then you can. I mean, you can figure it out.
I say melee the square.
I say attack the unit behind it.
I say melee the square.
The one that's got the. Well, he's already recalled. I'd say hit those Jaegers in the flank. They're gonna go
I
flying.
thought about that. All right, I'll just do that.
Does he have enough to get there? Because he's got to turn again, come down the hill.
No, I don't have to turn again. What are you talking about?
Run
Nice,
over the
sir.
square.
Going over the square.
I can go over the square, or I can just go straight through. I still have the front facing of 3 hexes.
It is going to be.
Yeah, but you're heavy cavalry. You can't do that. You can't slide. You have to turn.
Yeah, you
I'm
have to
not
turn.
sliding. What? Okay, guys. What's my facing right now?
I can't
Straight
see
through.
with the marker there.
It's straight towards the square, isn't it?
And when I'm in column, how many front hex sizes heavy cavalry?
What are you
have?
doing, pup? What are you doing? Are you
3.
looking for
But
food?
to turn
Okay.
turn towards that bridge, they got to do it. It costs 2.
That's my front facing.
Yeah, but your rear hex has to face you has to face the hex that you just left. It says it right in the charge rules.
I know what it says, but that's not how we've been playing it.
But that was for
It
light
says-
cav. But that's how we were playing it for. I get that with the light cavalry, but not the heavy cavalry.
Yeah, the heavy cavalry we'd been playing. You move like a torpedo.
Yeah, you move like you have to call every time you change facing. It costs 2.
Yeah, with light
But
cavalry.
That's not really the point.
Yeah.
The point is, I believe what people are trying to say is that with heavy cavalry, you can only move into the hex directly ahead of you while you are charging. And I believe that we were agreed that with, I don't know what the story was with light, what we agreed to, whether they also
Lights.
needed to only do the hex in front of them.
Well, we've been doing slip sliding the lights. And
Yeah,
that's-
because they have the 6 hex. They have the 4 side, the 4
Five.
hex.
5.
5. Thank you,
But-
Michael. 5.
But again, I'm still struggling here.
So
So I think we need to come to a very clear ruling here.
yeah,
Because
well,
we seem to have continuing difficulty explaining what the difference is.
there's one set of rules or one. We've been playing heavies one way and lights slip sliding. Heavies have to pay to change facing.
So you're saying lights don't have to change facing unless literally they want to go into the hex behind them, in which case they'd have to change facing.
Yeah.
So they could then go into the hex that was originally behind them.
yeah.
So
But that heavy cavalry literally can only go into the hex directly in front of them without having to turn.
Right, exactly.
Now, to be honest with you, after having had a discussion about this, and I think,
That makes no sense to me.
yeah, yeah,
Because
Me either.
I have 3 front hex sides, and I'm not side slipping, I'm not doing anything. I just drop here, or I would just drop here, and that's still my front facing.
Yeah,
And if
well,
we're not doing that with the lights, because the lights is the exact same language. The
yeah.
lights
It doesn't.
would be the
It
exact
does
same
not.
language.
Yeah, it's the. I think that the we should be consistent with all the cavalry, and I think from the point of view of, I was looking at this, the language, obviously there's a couple of different things to look at, but also kind of the concept. For the purposes of reacting, cavalry and column can react out of their 3 front faces. And for the purposes of movement, all the units are supposed to move straight ahead into the hex directly in front of them. It doesn't cost anything to turn, though, unless you've used up all your movement points. Now,
well, I've been
If you're
charging.
charging, it does cost.
right,
I've been
for
charging
charging,
the
it does
dragoons.
cost 2. It costs 2 to
I've been
pivot one
charging
hex
the
side.
dragoons with paying for the facing.
Yeah, and I did the same thing with the light cavalry I just charged. I paid 2 points to move it.
No, I'm talking about the dragoons or heavy cavalry, and
Yeah,
I've been playing it like we had to pay 2 to change facing.
yeah. So have I. So I think what we
Right.
need to do is we just need to say, for the purposes of reaction charges, right? Or for the purposes, we've got a front facing, but that's like firing out of or assaulting out of or whatever else. You have those
It
things.
also applies to charge in that it's the only ones you can actually charge through. You can't change your facing further than that. Like light cavalry can change 2 hex facings and still continue their charge. It costs them 4 points to change that 2 hex facing, but then they go.
No, it doesn't cost them. It doesn't cost them 4 points. It only costs them 2 points.
It costs 2 points per hex facing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, if I'm reading it right here, its rear hex must end up adjacent to one of its former front hexes without changing the unit's facing.
I can't tell you how many
Yeah.
times I have read that text and it makes no sense to me at all. I
Yeah.
don't care if somebody does not provide a diagram that explains exactly what it does and does not mean. It means nothing to me.
That's what we've been fighting with. But what I'm saying is, you can't treat heavies and light differently. What
I
you
agree
have
with
to
that.
say, what you have to say is it's either one or the other way to do it. You can't have lights ignoring the rear hex deal, and heavies have to adhere to the rear hex deal.
Well, I agree with you, but we've been playing it that way all game so far.
In the rules, though, it does. Now, to Michael's point, it doesn't necessarily. It's not as clear as a freshly minted bell, but it does say that cavalry, heavy cavalry, and light cavalry, there is distinctions between their movements, and it does say that in the charge.
But there isn't in their facing.
Well,
So-
but there is though in their front and if you look at their orientations, formation and orientation, there is.
Do both units have rear hexes?
Yes.
They both have rear hexes, yes.
Then the rear hex is in effect. If the light cavalry did not have any rear hex side, then that would be a moot point. But they both have, regardless of how many movement points it costs for them to change facing, and regardless for how many front hexes it says, they both have a rear hex.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it also says too, if I can get back into find this again, I can't bring it back. Okay. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Okay. It also says too, though, that cavalry may change orientation in charge must pay 2 movement points for each hex side of change. This is free during normal movement, as Eric was talking about. Heavy cavalry may make 1 hex side change per hex entered. Light cavalry may make 2 hex sides change per hex entered during the charge. Cavalry must charge the way it moves. In other words, it may only charge to its front orientation. Its rear hex must end up adjacent to one of its former front hexes without changing facing. And that's what you and I were talking about, Tom, last year in February, if you remember.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what we call a perennial problem.
Yep.
So the sliding aspect that we're doing with light cavalry, where I could see an argument where you could say, well, you can do that, but heavy cavalry you can't because it has a different orientation than the light cavalry.
No, I think we should treat them all the same. And
exactly.
Yeah. And so
I'm of the opinion we should play with the rules we've been playing with all along, which is treating them differently, like we are talking about here. So when I've been moving dragoons, I paid every time I change facings.
But not the changing directions. It's not the changing facing that's at issue here. I think we're all in agreement that if you change facing, you have to pay for it. The real question is which hexes can you charge into? Can you only charge into the hex directly in front of you or any of your normal front-facing hexes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, I would submit that it makes no sense for us to go to the trouble of explaining that you can turn 2 hex sides if you're light cavalry in 1 hex, if literally you can move into all 5 of your front-facing hexes. There's no conceivable reason you'd ever need to change 2 hex side facings. 1 would be plenty for you to go in any direction.
Okay, but in the past, when I've had dragoon charges, if I wanted to slip over to here, I've had to pay 2 hexes. I've had to change facing in there and charge me with 2 movement points.
You know what? I'm actually totally okay with the idea that you're getting an extra 5 movement points as part of charging. The downside of that is that you're going to have to pay every time you move into a hex other than the one directly in front of you. Why? Because we're tight, we're focused, we are ready to hit the enemy. We don't have the flexibility we'd have if we weren't going right in to the enemy.
Right, but
to me, it makes far more sense that you've got one and only one destination. If you don't do that, you got to pay to turn.
Yep.
Right, and I agree with that. After we'd had this discussion, David and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. After I'd posted a little video looking at it, but then I missed out on another rule. And so this should be the case for both light and heavy, where they're moving like a torpedo. But now here's the difference. Say Tom does his charge, and there's a Russian unit here. He could attack that unit because it's in this front facing. He could attack a unit there because it's in this front facing.
Yeah, we agree with that.
Yeah. So that's where, like, from the point of view of melee, assaults, charging, the combat part is happening in those 3 front-facing hexes. But for movement purposes, you're moving like a torpedo. So
yeah, but in this particular case, I would say that Tom could, without doing anything, if there were units there, he could charge those. But since this guy's here, he either has to go over the top or he has to turn to go around these guys.
And they will have to turn again.
correct.
And you have to turn again. Yeah.
And they have to turn. You'd have to turn even a 3rd time because you go into where the leader is, and to get to the guy, he's got to. That's 6. So.
Well, actually,
No.
we just agreed though that he could hit that guy in the rear,
you're right.
even if he wasn't facing that
Yeah.
way.
Oh, you're right. That's right. He could. Yeah. He doesn't have to turn there.
Okay, so all I care about going forward is light cavalry. We've got 2 different rules. We shouldn't have 2 different rules.
So
Yeah,
so
Do you see where this heavy cavalry is right here?
yeah.
Yeah. That's light cavalry.
Okay, you see where this light cavalry is right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Side slipping has been this. Obviously, these three, I don't have a problem with this hex, or this hex. What I've always had a problem with is this hex and this hex. Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Now,
because if you move there, then your rear hex side. Well, I guess it still is adjacent to a former front hex side.
No. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it is.
not really.
Yeah.
If your rear hex side is adjacent,
Oh, you're right. It's not adjacent to
You're right.
a hex side. Yeah.
it's this.
Yeah.
This is why I've always had an issue with that, and I've walked through this.
Yeah.
So, going forward, forget the premier rules for a second. If we're going to go, heavies and lights are going to have this. We can't have two different rules. Heavies and lights, we either treat them the same. So if a light is going to do this, they have to make the turn. There's no more freebies. Okay?
I think that's the way it should be, because there's way too much flexibility as there is.
I agree. I've always agreed this way. But we've had a rules interpretation that says...
I think you left that one behind.
No. No. Well,
Okay. I don't know. Suddenly.
That's where he started from.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
He's demonstrated.
This is just an example. So, anyway, I lost my.
I agree with you, Tom. I don't think we should be sliding. I think we should be paying for the turn.
So wait a minute, though. So again, let's be clear, because what Tom was just proposing is that you get your 3 front if you're light. And was Tom also saying that you would get the 3 front if you're heavy?
No.
Okay, so you're saying you get your 1 front if you're heavy, but you get your 3 front if you're light.
Yes, they just need to be both the same. That's all. And whichever way we go, but they all need to be the same.
So you're saying that either it's only 1 or it's 3 for both light and heavy, but for neither do you get to do this slit behind you foolishness. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
No. If we're going to disregard the rear hex, then we can continue with the lights like we've been doing, being able to do this for free. Okay. This would still be free. Okay.
I find that completely odious.
I don't like that either.
Because then it literally makes no sense that there was any movement cost to change facing.
Yeah. That's what I've had an issue with all this time, was these 2 hexes. And so it's been adjudicated saying that this was legal. Okay. So if this is legal, I'm not going to get into it again. However we want to apply it, it's either one way or the other. They should not be different for the 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh.
So
what about
if
it goes here and it wants to change its facing? Or let's see, how do you do this?
Light cavalry can change 2 facings per hex it charges into. Heavy cavalry 1.
So it could go as far as that way.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. I mean, that's not what we're.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking that question.
It's what are these 2? How do we treat these for light cavalry? How do we treat these 2 hexes right here?
Yeah.
And to me, the way the rules read, here's how I would do it. You would change the facing.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Boom.
I agree 100%.
It could not change facing and charge here because that's the rear. You can only change 2 facings per charge hex. You can go here, change 2 facings, go here.
Yeah.
Well, but wait a minute, David. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that he has to go into the hex directly in front of him?
Exactly.
Because that's not what Tom was saying.
I know. When you read the rules, that's what I'm.
Yeah. So.
And here is the previous hex, and there, and the heavy cavalry can only do 1. So if heavy cavalry is You
did the same thing I do. Yeah. you hit the Control C instead of the Control X.
Yep, I hit the wrong one.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
If you're going to duplicate something, duplicate the unit.
Yeah. So David and I talked about this, and after reading through the rules and looking at it again, I personally think that charging, whether it's light or heavy, should only move through its immediate front hex, like a torpedo. And you pay, and you get the extra 5 movement points to help pay for the turns, whatever extra turns you might have.
And you can turn light 2 hex facings. You can turn heavy 1 hex facing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we should just be consistent with everything. Lights and heavies all move like a torpedo during the charge, but they have the ability of reacting out through their front hexes. So light cavalry can react out through, if it's in column, out through a wider span. Heavy cavalry can react through their 3 front hexes. So for reaction charges and opportunity charges, the front facing is what it is, and the combat can happen out of any of its front faces. But for movement purposes, it should just move like a friggin' torpedo. And then
there's just one last thing then that we need to just cover off. Because, by the way, I'm in total agreement. I'm perfectly happy with that. What that means is if a light cavalry does a reaction out of one of its, back left or back right hexes, it obviously needs to adopt the correct facing immediately in order to be able to conduct the charge in that direction. And that should be, I would suppose that should be free, or maybe not. Exactly how you count things when you're doing reactions anyway.
Yeah, it is, and I think I remember reading in the opportunity charge thing it was.
Charging, it has nothing to do with how far you can charge. It has to do with how big your reaction zone is.
Correct.
You can only reaction out 6 hexes. So
yes.
if I can outrun you, then you can't reaction. Your reaction charge will fail, and then you will bounce. Or you will route.
No, you won't route. Nothing happens. You never meet the guy.
Well, that's what I thought it said, that if you charge and you're not, well, that's in charging, isn't it? Okay, well, right, yeah, well.
Okay, but let's just talk this out. If this guy needs to reaction charge out this way, and we're in agreement that you basically need to, well, I guess charging doesn't count the same. Is it just 1 hex at a time?
Yeah, you would just turn to charge.
You turn towards each other and you advance 1 hex, each of you, until you meet, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Well, the other guy doesn't have to. He can outrun your zone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as an example, let's say somebody wants to outrun you.
Yeah.
Still, it costs movement, so that's 1 movement. The other guy would get the move. Okay. And this guy would move, and then the other guy would get the move, so you could potentially outrun the guy.
You can only charge out 6 hexes. Once you get to the end of your 6 hexes, that's it for the reaction charge. That's the zone. The zone doesn't move with you as you charge.
Correct.
The zone is fixed at the beginning. So if he's fixed sitting here, his zone would extend from here up through here.
Yeah.
That's the zone. Is,
okay.
And anything back here behind him would not be part of his zone.
All right. So help me out. Are we really doing literally 1 hex at a time? Or are we counting movement points?
So
you mean
here,
your reaction charge?
When you're reaction charging, what are we actually going by? Movement points or by hexes?
Hexes.
Okay. And so that magically means that what? You don't have to pay to change facing?
Yeah, you have special horses.
No.
Well, I mean, because if you think about it, the charging guy still has to pay to change directions.
Yes.
So why wouldn't the reacting guy have to?
So here's
I
the
don't think there's a
procedure,
problem with the
right?
reacting guy paying because they only can go with maximum of 6 hexes anyways, and so the first 2 would be you pay to change the facing and you move. You know.
Well, but we just changed things, right? Because the charging unit is moving 1 hex, which cost him presumably 1 movement point. You, on the other hand, are changing facing, which costs 2 movement points. So why is it you're able to do that in the same amount of time that he's doing 1 hex?
So guys, it's very clear here. Yeah.
I've already asked Ed this question, and here's the answer: reaction charging unit must pay the extra movement point to change facing. When it does this, the charging cavalry unit expends 2 movement points as well. Okay, so it's done by movement point.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which actually makes more sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So does that mean that if we're going to require that you leave only out your front hex side, your immediate front hex side, that in the event of what we were just talking about, where it was back around your corner, that in order to charge in that direction, you'd actually have to let the charging unit move 4 hexes before you're actually able to move? Because you're having to make 2 facing changes. In other words, your facing really matters in a way that the rules, I think, have not traditionally required.
Yeah.
It makes total sense to me. I'm completely okay with it. I'm strongly suspecting, based on how internally inconsistent the rules are, and how, a game series 40 years old, we're still having arguments like this, that someone didn't really think this through very well. We shouldn't be having this argument.
Go back to my email. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's finish up the charge that we have. So we're just going to be torpedoes everywhere, because if we're playing the premier rules, when we're at Tempe, that's what they are. It's torpedoes all the way. That's how I saw Monty play it. That's how Jim is playing it. So.
Well, we're just going to use the premier rules anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, so we might as well have use the same convention, because it looks like 5th edition. It follows a similar convention for this. For the charges being like a torpedo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the 5th edition rules are saying, but all good. I think I'm in agreement.
There we go.
Let's carry on.
Indeed.
Okay, so what happens now?
The Russians sue for peace, and Napoleon rides into Moscow on a chariot pulled by 4 golden horses there.
No, he rides on a donut. Because of his tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to make a facing change. Okay, so John, you can get an opportunity shot.
That's a miss.
Okay, and I'm going to make another. So I don't have enough, so I go PGD.
Okay.
You got what you wanted. Good deal.
Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6. Well, so yes, no, we do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So now I've finished my charges. Okay, so this guy right here is going to charge next.
That guy has to be PGD though.
Hey, if I roll a 43, that's a 1.5. Wouldn't you have taken a hit?
I don't know. You're firing from square. I don't know what's your.
He
I got 9 in there. I have 9 times 3.
You got
Then
10
divided by 3.
You got 10 times
got
3.
nine.
Oh, 9 in there? Okay.
You've got
Oh,
nine.
there's 10, aren't there?
Oh no, it's printed value. It's not the number of increments.
Oh, it is on the square.
It's the number of increments.
Square.
Oh, I have 10,
Mm.
yeah. So that would have been a hit on that guy.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So,
Be sure to roll a morale check for that PGD guy.
Yeah, double PGD.
That's it. Double
Oh,
secret
secret.
probation.
Secret double probation.
Exactly.
Oh, and he's also going to be, he's also tired or exhausted, right?
He would be tired for what it's
Tired.
worth.
He's tired mostly from the rules arguments.
I am.
That's just fun bantering.
Mm-hmm.
It took, no,
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Can I see you?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know.
Let's get this out.
Sounds
I
like
would
you
think
should be
so.
able to now.
Yeah.
No.
No, because the
Yeah.
the square.
But I am on. No, yes, because
You're
I'm
higher.
on higher elevation, so I would say yes.
Yeah.
but the
Okay.
thing is, he can't form square anyway.
Yeah, because there's only 2 increments.
Oh, I just got a tiny little guy.
Yep.
Oh well.
All right. So I'm moving to there.
That was, how many now, 13?
15 now. The down slope.
I lost count, to be honest with
It's
you.
15.
All right. So you
So you-
get fired there.
Now you get 2 opportunities. I get one. Now he
That's a
gets an
hit.
opportunity. He gets an opportunity shot as you move the last hex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he just did. He just did a
Four,
shot.
take the hit.
Opportunity card. Okay. Okay, so I will roll, make my morale check. All right. So
Doesn't that officer get to run into the square or something?
Yeah, the officer that's there would needs to fly, whoever that is, Doktorov.
Oh, where'd he go? I had him. There we go. Okay.
All right. So now they're under the bubble with this guy right here. This is the target, and they're under the bubble here.
Now, can I can flee my officer from my leader from here, can't I? Before combat? Is that part of the
So
fifth?
you need to you would need to roll to stand since you can't form square. So when he comes in contact with you, you would roll to stand for those guys, and they're coming in on, it looks like your rear hex. So you're going to have some sort of penalty.
that I know, Eric. What I'm asking is can leaders flee the hex before it's the fifth? Can they flee before the combat?
They can, but you haven't done combat yet. Right now you're rolling
Yeah.
to stand.
So, okay, so what you're saying is that it happens after you roll to stand.
Yeah, because you haven't. I mean, combat hasn't happened yet.
Okay, I get it. I get you. Okay.
I don't know how things work in your army, but you're going to get fragged in our army doing shit like that.
So he doesn't roll very well.
Right. So you're going to disorder. So you'd be marked with a.
But wouldn't he leave?
Oh no! Actually, you rout.
Do a roll to stand.
No. So you failed your roll to stand. So you guys are routed. Correct.
No, I'd be disordered.
No, because failing to stand against a charge, you rout.
The option to retreat before combat must be exercised when a unit is defined as the target of an assault.
Of an assault, not a charge.
Just prior to the pre-melee morale check, during either the melee cheval or the assault melee.
Okay.
So he
can leave.
He can relieve before he does that pre-melee morale check. Now, the pre-melee morale check, say that fast 3 times, then is also, there's a subtracted value from it because of the officer leaving.
But the pre-melee is for assault. It's not for charge.
It said during either melee à cheval or assault à melee. It's in 12.6.
I knew there was.
Yeah, because we.
I knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
So this
just...
guy's disorders now. Okay. So he disorders.
No. So the unit. So your leader can't just move anywhere he wants. He's got to move to an adjacent unit, right?
No.
What does it say?
He'd have to move to what? Well, that's whatever you guys say. So retreat before combat.
Yeah, he's the 7th division.
Yeah.
And he could flee to the square.
Yeah, but I don't know if it means adjacent. Oh, that guy's the 24th anyway, so I don't want to go to him.
Yeah. You want to go to the square, I think, because that's the only 7th guy around there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look like it has anything that stipulates.
He doesn't have to go to the 7th.
Yeah, I mean he could move 10 hexes in any direction he wants to. I mean, it doesn't seem to indicate where you would go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could move him. You could move him somewhere else. He's got 10 movement points now. You want to mark him as having moved, so that way next turn you can't move him because he's.
I know he can't move because of he was a part of an MU.
No, I'm not talking about during the leader movement. I'm talking about during the. Because normally, I mean, otherwise you're you're double dipping.
Getting an extra movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he was originally the beginning of his move. The MU, he was right there.
Yeah.
And he moved to right there.
Yeah. All right. So that unit is going to rout, and depending on how many movement points are left, it could get ground up. So do you? How many movement points did you have left, Tom?
0.
Because all you need is 4. All you need is 4.
16. He has 3 left.
Oh, I had 3 left.
I got 3 left.
So that would eliminate an additional increment. So we'd only have basically 1 increment left from being trampled.
Oh, whoa, where's he going? You want to go back? To go across the bridge?
I could go this way.
Yeah.
So let's see, going over that fort is what? That's plus one. 1, 2. So 1, 2. Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now what?
Okay. Now Tom goes in there, right? And now Tom would be exhausted.
Nope, because he didn't melee.
Tired. I didn't melee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you have another charge or two over there, Tom?
Now, when Tom goes in there, is he subject to another opportunity fire?
Nope.
These rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, because advance after combat is considered involuntary, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for my charges.
What? There's one right here.
Thanks. Okay, so this guy, we are that charge marker off of him there.
Where's this one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I don't want to be mean, but you're not doing what we just said we were going to do.
But he's light. He's not heavy.
But that's not what we said we were going to do.
Yeah. Remember, we were going to do them like torpedoes. They just get to move 2 hexes, 2 hex sides for the price of 2. Where heavies row 1 hex side for the price of 2.
No, it wasn't even that. You still have to
what's
pay.
this?
You still have to pay 2. It's just you are allowed to turn twice in the same hex,
Right.
but you still have to pay for the 2.
That's what I was saying. It costs.
Okay.
Heavy cavalry can move 1 hex, turn 1 hex for 2 points. 2 hexes. 2 hexes.
And then 2 for 4 points.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. See, that's what I'm afraid of. Is I think, in spite of the fact we've argued about this till we're blue in the face, that I still don't think we're in agreement.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, let's show it right here. Let's show what happens right here.
Here's where the Premier's rules have it right. Okay, because this is where the issue lies. Okay, because I'm going to take the charge marker off of him because I don't think he has enough movement points.
I bet he doesn't if he has to actually pay to snake his way through there.
Exactly.
Probably not. Yeah.
And
Well-
he's going to be hitting a Cossack, right? Which is going to outrun him anyway.
Yeah, which is fine. That was intended. But here's the point that I think that we need to, or the rule piece that we need to put in, is that in the Premier rules, when you do a charge, you need to charge, and the first hex that you need to move into is your immediate front hex.
Correct.
Okay, so in this case, I think that if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So if you're going to do a charge, your first hex has to be your immediate front hex, and then you can do whatever turns you need to do after when you hit that immediate front hex.
So this guy really wasn't eligible to charge anyway.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so what I'm saying is this guy right here, its immediate first front hex would have to be here.
Yes.
Okay. and then, because that's the only way that the whole thing makes sense, and then he can do whatever turns he needs to do.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's in the premiere. We're following the concept, which would we're doing where you'd have to pay 2 to turn. So with this, it's a case where you'd spend 2, and then it's 3 to move into there, and then 4, and then 5, 6 to turn, and 7 to move in there, and 8, etc. Now, given that the fact that you put the charge marker on before we had identified these rules, I could see that it wouldn't make any sense for you to put the charge marker on, knowing that.
Then take it off if you want.
Take it off.
All right, so we're going to back off from. You can do a facing change here to stay consistent with recall.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Fucking rules. These things just. Jesus Christ.
Well,
The thing is honest people can have different opinions about what the right thing is to do, but what really is obnoxious is when the rules either are A, unclear, or B, internally inconsistent. Make up your damn mind.
I know. All right. Okay, so there really isn't anything to do.
Well, you could still have charged that guy. You just could have gone this way over these guys, right? They're all stacked with a leader. So it would just cost you 1, 2, 3 to move there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you could still hit the Cossack for what little it's worth. But the Cossack can outrun you, so.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Okay. I'm assuming I would be... Okay, so I'm right here. Okay, so I'm right here, like this. I move into there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So here I would have declared my target being the Cossack.
And then these guys can retreat before you.
Yep.
But what does that mean, though?
Means they ought to retreat?
Well, if they retreat, you don't hit anybody and you're routed.
Unless I make my recall roll.
Yeah. And you have how much left over now?
He's got a couple of movement points left.
Yeah. Cossacks disappeared.
So far, so good.
Yeah, you eliminated that Cossack unit.
Oh, actually, wait. Well,
No, he just retreated a long way.
I didn't see where he went to. I mean,
He's up there by the Nikolaev Creek.
oh,
He was right here.
Yeah, he's the one on the west.
okay.
Oh, good. Another band of thunder showers.
It was pouring here, man. Woo.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was.
I think, yeah, what they say, 4 to 6 inches all week. We got that in one day, I think.
Well, yeah, it was cow pissing on a flat rock here. It was amazing.
It was good for me because I just had my front yard sodded. So, thank you.
Did Chasseurs make their recall?
Yes. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Would be lots of making it.
all right. Are we ready to actually allow the rest of the French to move?
No.
No.
I wanted to say it because it would be obnoxious.
let's hurry. I'm fading fast.
That I think that was Tom's. That was
I know
Tom's.
that, but my eyes get so tired looking at this screen. It's like they're like burning up right now.
How's that GoFundMe campaign going for a new computer and monitor for John?
No, that's not happening for a while.
I think they misspelled it.
That's not happening for a while.
And nobody's contributing to it.
Dude. I don't think a better screen is going to help me in either way, either. I think it's just tired eyes.
You need bionic eyes.
No.
You need to drink more vodka. That is the Russian way.
Yeah. No.
Solve your problem.
Exactly.
Tequila.
That'll work
tequila,
too.
But not, no. All right.
All right, David, you want to go to room 1? We'll move my guys here in the middle.
Okey-doke.
Where you want to go, Tom?
It doesn't matter.
All right, Albert, let's find a room.
Well, everybody's leaving here. We can stay here.
Oh. He's already gone. We've got room 2. There we go. How are you doing, Albert?
We're staying in room 2. Okay.
We are, yeah. We're staying where we're at. We're staying put, as they say. All right. Well, let's get started here. Let me get my old clock thing going. I'd almost forgotten what I was supposed to be doing. So I'm going to get started down here south of Utitsa with the Poles. So here we go. These guys are going to change, and these guys are all going to change to, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 6. These guys are all changing into road column. All right, and moving a little further up the line, these cavalry are going to move over here, and we will take the marker off of them if I can. There we go.
Oh, what happened to my guy there?
What guy?
This guy.
I don't know.
He was right there.
Oh, why did he disappear?
I don't know. You moved him over there when you moved the initiative marker.
Oh, I didn't even see him there. I would have charged
He's
him.
Yeah, I thought you would have charged him, but
Yeah, I didn't even see him.
He could have gone back into the swamp.
Yeah, he could have. So that's fine. I'll park my guy right here then, so I can charge him next time. All right.
He'll get to move a little bit.
There you go.
Because he's out of command. So.
Okay. That's always exciting. All right. I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to move him. Let's see. So I'm going to move him here. You can take a pot shot at me with this chap here.
Which guy are you talking about now?
The guy that was in the swamp. So you've got
okay.
6 to 16 or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just roll. Nope, that's
43.
a miss. And then I will go over here. Right there, like that. All right, and this guy is then going to go here and pivot. Okay? Good, good, good. All right, elsewhere, we're going to go ahead and this guy's going to make an assault. Right there. This guy's going to go there like that. And this guy is going to go here. And, well, he'll change into line first, and then he'll be over here. So, all right. Now, further up the line, we're going to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Where are we now?
We're up here with Copons and Associates.
Had an enemy on him?
He's part of Devue's band of friends.
Oh.
Band of colleagues there.
Okay, you're moving the 4th right now,
Yep.
right?
I hate it when I hit the wrong button. All right, those guys are going to move up, and these guys with them. Okay. All right, and let's see. All right, I'm going to move these guys here while I still remember. They're going to move 1, 2, this whole stack. And unlimber. All right. Okay, so that takes care of that. Move. And let's see, I've got Compons. I haven't moved him yet. I gotta break him down. That is the 5th Division, 111th. 1st Corps, 5th Division, 111th. There's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. Okay. All right.
I'm a little bit lost as to what you're doing.
I'm breaking down a
okay.
unit over here. So these guys will go into line here. These guys will be in line here. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So Pons hits the Moscow detachment.
Well, sort of.
Okay, this 23rd, don't you want to put him somewhere off the...
No, I like keeping him there. It's...
I don't like that much. Okay.
Okay, I'll
me.
get rid of him. It confuses you. All right. Yep, and that is, as we say, about that.
Okay, so you moved the 4th and the 5th, and you also moved
the 2nd division.
Friant. Okay, those are your
correct.
3 divisions up
Yep,
there.
and they're all still...
But Friant needed to hold separate MU, didn't he?
Nope, they're all still within 6
He was that
of...
close, isn't it close?
So he's within 6 of Davut, right?
Davut is
and
square,
and
right.
by using Davut's here, right? So by using communicating battalions,
He is at the very end.
yep.
There.
So he's here, and then everybody's all lined up, sending orders forward, and that's about as good as we can do.
Oh, the 4th. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Oh, and then I've got one last move, my light cavalry.
Where is this?
That was up here. So you're going to get a pot shot. I'm going to move these guys back. So I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for the brush. So you've got this little guy here that's got like, it's like 4 to 7 or something. This guy here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't think it's going to work. Nope.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, I'm looking forward for my charge right down the line. Just bowl over all of those cannons. Get you really nervous, Albert.
No, I think I've got something to do about that.
You've probably got a lot to do about that. I have to endure potentially a lot of cannon fire. Potentially. All right, and I think that's about as good as I can do for the moment. So, we've got a little bit of combat to deal with. So down in the southern part of the universe, there by Utitsa, did you want to start with that first?
Okay. Okay. We have 12 against your skirmisher. Okay. Which is a 12 to 14?
Yep, 12 to 14. Right. Nope.
All right. Okay. Next defensive fire would be 6, is it?
Yeah, it's probably 6 plus, I think 6.
6 plus.
So it's going to be 12 to 16.
16.
If you combine on that,
I got my 7.5 plus the 6 is 13. To it'll be 16. It'll be 1 to 1.5.
Yeah.
No, can't seem to shoot very well today.
You need to have David roll for you.
I know. So then now we've got. All right. So the next one will be. We've got 3, I guess.
Yep. So you have 9 to 15.
9 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
Still not shooting well. Okay, here's one I'd like to do. Let's see, 6 plus another 12.
That's going to be 18 to 6.
18.
3 to 1 6, with a big fat
3
plus.
3 to 1 with a plus 14.
Yep, just roll.
Okay.
42 becomes a 64. That's probably 2 hits at 3 to 1. It is. And that's going to be a morale check for those guys. Let's see what we get. 34. We're happy. Okay.
All right, that's in there.
And and then you've got, you've got your Moscow militia, your Moscow mules.
All right, I got 8 to
8 to 9.
8 to 9. Okay.
Nope.
And can't shoot. Well, I did get the. Okay, now we get up here to this 1 against the 6.
Yeah.
Or it's 3 to 6.
Yeah.
1 to 2.
Nope.
No. And I think that may be the end of it.
Okay. Yep, that is by my calculations as well.
Okay, let's go down and do yours.
Okay, so let's start down here with your square. So I've got 9 to 6. So it's a 1.5 to 1. And that's a miss. And then here I've got, what do I have? I've got 4 times 3. I got 12 to whatever your fire defense there is.
I think I'm more than that.
You're in marsh.
Marsh, aren't I?
So general order, it's 10. So it's a 1-to-1 shot. And that's a miss. All right. And moving up here, we've got, these guys can combine. So I think I've got, 15 to 14 or 15. It's a 1-to-1 shot on your skirmishers. And that's a hit. And that's their,
right there.
Yep, that's their second hit. Time for morale check.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they'll be half dead.
All right. Okay, they'll have to take a morale check.
Mm-hmm. And that's a 23. So a 33 becomes a 23. So they pass.
Yeah.
All right, then these guys here are in line. They'll fire on you guys there. So it's going to be a 12 to 7. So 1.5 to 1. And that's a miss. Then my guys that are here are coming in.
6 to 9.
So they've got 8. And then
8
I've
to 9.
got a portion of my
8 to 10,
skirmishers. Nope, they're with 9 in line.
They're
I've
9.
got
Okay.
I got 6, so I've got 14 to 9. Oh, actually, I'm coming in on your flank, so it's 14 to 7. It's a 2 to 1.
Oh, those guys. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 52 is a hit.
Okay. Okay.
All right, then over here, firing on the Moscow guys. We'll go ahead and combine our fire on this guy here. So I'm going to have 12 plus 12, 24. 24 to 7, that's going to be 3 to 1 odds. 64 at 3 to 1 is 2 hits. So they've got to make a morale check.
Moscow boys are going to have trouble here.
Yeah. So
they've got to take a morale check. And morale check, okay. 52.
So
Very
that becomes a 42. And the morale is a 41.
They just barely made it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, moving over to our artillery. We can have some fun in the sun with the guns. So, what's a good target? Okay. We'll have Lauriston and Associates. They're going to combine fire on your 14-15. So we should have a nice shot right up the alley here. So on the 14-15, then it's going to go into what? It looks like the Lancers and then into your Cuirassiers next. So for the shot at 1, 2, 3, 4, it's medium range. So I will have 12 plus 16, that's going to be 28 to 6. That's going to be 4 to 1, with a plus 3 for Lauriston and a plus 2, so a plus 5. So 4 to 1 with a plus 5. A 12 at 4 to 1 plus 5. Well, it's a hit. It's a hit, and it's a morale check.
Amen. Okay.
On the Izumsky Hussars.
All right. Let's see.
And they're happy. All right, then we've got rolling damage into your poles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's longer range out there. So it's going to be 8 plus 6. That's going to be 14. It's going to be a 2 to 1 on the poles with a minus 3. 46 becomes a 43 at 2 to 1. That is still a hit. And a 26, they still probably passed, unless they are traitorous poles. Yeah, 22.
They got the leader, so they passed. Yeah. They're passed anyway.
Yep, and then the last one's going to be on this, so it's going to be a also 14 to 6. It's a 2 to 1 with a minus 9. And that's a miss. All right, and last but not least, I've got an artillery shot here, just right on down the line. What's a good target? We're going to fire here and then right up behind them into your dragoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, medium range. I've got 30.
Who's this again?
These guys right here.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 30, 30 to 8. So that's going to be 3 to 1 with a plus 3 for my leader. 61 becomes a 64 at 3 to 1 is a hit on your artillery piece. So one of your artillery.
Where is this?
Right here.
Oh, you're firing over the guy.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm firing at the guys that are up on the hill. So one of the artillery has taken a hit, and you just need to make a morale check for them.
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Trying to see where the increments lost are for them. Can't seem to pull one up here. Oh, that was the leader. Okay, here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, morale check.
So they're happy. Good. And then we will hit the dragoons. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be medium range now, or long range now. So that's going to be 14 to 6. That's going to be 2 to 1. A plus 2 for the size of the increments. A plus 3 for my leader, so it's a plus 5, but a minus 6 for ricochet. So it's 2 to 1 with a minus 1. And a 16 is going to be a miss. And then last but not least, we'll shoot here. We've got a plus, so it'll be a 2 to 1 with a minus 7. And that's going to be a miss.
Okay, that was a lot of fun.
I had fun. Actually, 2 to 1 with a
I
minus
didn't
7.
have a lot of fun, but
actually, it is a hit. It is a hit on those guys.
It is a hit.
Yeah, at 2 to 1.
45 with the minus 7?
Yep, 45 becomes a 34. At 2 to 1, that's a hit.
Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, well.
And a morale check for them. See how lucky they are. 22.
They're good.
14. Yeah, they don't care. They're very motivated. Okay. All right. So now, let me mark off my ammunition for everybody. All right, and then we have our assault over here in the woods. So you have 4 increments and I have 23 increments. So it's a 5-to-1 on the modifier table. So you are going to have a -18 and I will have a +12. You did take a hit, so you will have a -22 or 21. So roll your dice.
Okay. 21.
So that's going to get shifted down to like an 11.
Yeah, they're not that good, I don't think.
Yeah. And the leader is, while he's inspiring, he's probably not that inspiring.
Well, they're a 16, so how much is he? Can't find him.
He's a +2. So it would be...
Naval disorder.
Yep.
So I'll go back. Okay, disorder. Okay, find the guys. Okay, well, move him out of the way for a minute here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, is his movement 8 or is it 7?
No, I'm looking at it. It might be to here, I think. He's probably a 7. See? Yeah. Okay. So he'll take a loss.
Well, no, he had a loss from the fire, but he doesn't take any other losses.
That's right.
This is pre-melee morale check. Yeah.
Flip and a disorder. Where's the disorder? All right. Right there. All right.
All right.
That's it, right?
That was all the combat I have. So now it's just a matter of rolling for recoveries and ammunition resupply and all that good stuff. So I'll take my charge marker off of my cavalry that charged. And let's see. I've got a guy over here to make a morale check for. So he's going to have a, looks like a -3. He's happy. And he's got to be in column. Okay. Let's see what else. I've got these guns here that, let's see, I think those are Michael's. Those are Michael's infantry, but these are my guns here. So I'll roll for them next. Oh, they are going to rout. I think so, right? I don't think their leader's good enough. So that's going to be... let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they could only get about that far. All right. I did have some fire over in the woods with the other people. But I've only got this one shot here on this guy that's in the woods. It's just a long shot. No,
Is it mine or David's?
It's David's, but it doesn't matter. I rolled a 34, so it's not going to do any good. All right. And then this guy is not tired anymore. And what else? Then I'll roll for my ammunition resupply. So starting up here at the top, looks like I've got 2 people to roll for. And nope, they missed. And then in the middle, I've got 1 person to roll for. They recovered theirs. And let's see, down in the bottom, looks like I got 1 person to roll for, and they recovered all their good stuff. Okay. And that is it. That's it for me. So we can head back up to the lobby, I guess, and see what everybody else is doing.
All right.
Hey, Michael, how are you guys doing?
We're good.
I think we're done. I don't think we have any more shooting to do. I did a little bit of artillery shooting, but there was really no kerfuffles.
Yep, we kind of did our thing, so we're kind of done with everything, ammunition resupply and
no, I should roll for the ammunition resupply.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
I got 1, 2 that qualify, and I'm looking for a 5 or a 6. I believe so.
Correct. There's 1.
Well, look at that!
Whoa.
There's 2.
Boy, tell you what, wish I could roll like that when I need to. But that's okay, because it makes me feel a little better about completely wasting those shots.
Well, I have a question. I have a rules question.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now you're...
I want to know an answer to.
Yeah.
How many hexes is a grand battery?
How many hexes is it? It's at least 3 hexes.
Could go on to more.
It could. It does not stipulate. You could have 4 hexes that are part of a grand battery as long as they're all contiguous.
Or you could have 5.
You could have 5.
It
You
could be a blue ground battery.
You could have 6.
You could have, based on what it says here.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. Where's it at? It looks like it's 13.5.11. A string of contiguous hexes exclusively containing artillery batteries and an artillery leader of special ability. The minimum size is 3 contiguous hexes with at least 1 point of artillery in each hex and 1 artillery leader of special ability, though more leaders may be part of the grand battery. If there are no artillery leaders of special ability in the game, there can be no grand batteries. So that's about it.
Okay. Really interesting. It is strange that there's no upper bound.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know, though, that your battery here that got hit would be suppressed.
Okay, suppressed.
Yeah.
What
so
battery was that?
I hit him with a shot him up here. I think Tom was using...
I take a casualty and a suppression.
Yeah, yeah.
You hit him twice?
Yeah, I got 2 hits on him.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got 2 hits on me.
Yeah, so you only, in counter battery fire, you only take an increment loss for every 2 hits that are scored.
Right.
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 So,
But that suppresses it also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my question is. It's kind of a double whammy there.
Well,
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you weren't ducking when somebody actually dismounted a gun right next to you, you're definitely ducking when one of them dismounts, right? Well, it seems completely legit to me that you'd still be suppressed because you're running for your life.
well, here, hang on just a second. So let's read through this again. So, when an unlimbered artillery is fired upon by another battery, only even results on the combat à feu chart are modified as follows. A result of 2 causes 1 casualty, a result of 4 causes 2 suppression. Whenever unlimbered artillery or a stack of unlimbered artillery is fired on by other artillery and a casualty is called for on the combat à feu chart, but no casualties result due to it being an odd-numbered loss, the targeted battery is instead suppressed. So, no, it looks like... Now, if I'd rolled and it was like a 3, then it would be a hit and a suppression.
I see. Yeah, but in this case, it's just a hit.
Yeah, yeah. So if it says,
Okay.
if a loss of 2 is called for on the fire chart, the stack of artillery takes a loss and... Oh, wait, here. So it says here, if a loss of 2 is called for on the fire chart, the stack of artillery takes a loss and is suppressed. Likewise, this is the case with a 3 loss,
That's all right.
but
All right.
not when a battery is stacked with infantry and they absorb the odd losses. So if it looks like if you're suppressed, if you were all by yourself and it was just a 1, then you'd be suppressed and there's no losses.
Yes.
But if you take a hit, you're also suppressed. But if you're stacked with infantry, they absorb the loss and you're not suppressed.
Okay.
Help me, I'm being suppressed. Oh no, help me, I'm being oppressed.
Right. That's it.
There we go. I was
Or
hoping
isn't he being
someone...
repressed, actually?
I was hoping somebody would get that Monty Python.
Oh, no, I got it. I just was trying to think of something clever to say in response, and I couldn't.
I am King Arthur. The Lady of the Lake brought forth Excalibur. Yes. So some watery tot gave you a... What, I can't remember. That's a classic.
Certainly nothing but high-class stuff there.
Indeed.
There's more quotable lines in that than you could shake a stick at.
There are
My
all these
brother-
officers out here with little snake eyes on them.
I don't know.
Oh, that's me. I'm doing that.
Why are you doing
Just
that?
to remind me. Leaders that will move.
Oh, okay.
Reminder.
There you go.
Because I don't want to forget anybody.
A helpful reminder.
It's kind of a reminder, yes.
All right. Well,
Eric, we did forget I forgot my little disordered Jaeger unit in the woods over there, and I did recover him. So.
Yeah, I saw that. So I figured you must have rolled for him. So that's exciting.
Did you shoot at the other one, Eric?
I did. I rolled a 34, so it was a miss because it's less than a 1-to-1 shot. That little guy that's in the woods there. So that's all right. They'll get their comeuppance next turn. Part of our revenge. I'm not sure what it's revenge for, but we'll just say it's revenge.
Probably. Boy, that's a good question.
Uh-huh.
Rothbach.
There you go. All right, well, we're done with everything. I guess you guys are done with everything. So then that just leaves to see what Tom and Michael Tom and John are up to.
See.
I don't see a lot of stuff marked with routes or assault, so they must be done with stuff. Hey guys, how's it going on your end of the universe?
We just finished up.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Hey, we're done too.
Are you guys done?
Yep. We rolled for recall and
everybody head up to the lobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do. Welcome to the lobby. Okay. We're ready for all the other exciting things that need to get pulled out of the cup.
Yeah, I don't know. How long do we want to go?
Well, we've only got, what? Regroup, leader movement, and reinforcements. All of those things should be pretty quick, right?
And grand batteries.
And grand batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
Did anything significant happen down this way?
Yes.
Not that I saw.
Yeah, Albert surrendered 2 entire divisions. We sent some very pretty, attractive French ladies across the lines, and while the Russians were distracted, looking at their petticoats, we surrounded them with bayonets. So, all right, let's go to the cup. I think we drew the French, so it's your turn the Russians' turn to pull something.
All right, I'll do the honors.
Hold. It's you guys' turn.
Okay, I'll pull.
All right, we'll move again.
Ooh, I like that.
The whole battle will be over in 20 minutes.
Regroup. All right, the Russians get to regroup.
Okay. All right, regroup, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... All right, I'm going to go down to the bottom, Eric.
Okay.
Got a lot of guys. Okay, the Cossacks in the woods. What is the cost of 4?
So the Cossacks
Get out of there.
Cossacks cannot regroup because they do not have a leader yet.
Well, they can't regroup.
Yep.
Okay.
So they have to wait until the leader actually reaches them, and then they'll have a new commander.
Okay. Now this guy who's out of command, this guy will go 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Who are you moving?
This guy.
Can you tell me where it is? Is it north of the Fletches, south of the Fletches?
It's in the near Utisa.
Oh, okay. Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, so he'll go. Ooh, okay, we gotta figure this out. Here's a guy right there, so because he is tired, but he can opportunity charge.
Yep.
Right? So this guy would be going back towards the leader who is here with this disordered guy. Yeah, the question is, and he's a 8? I don't know if this is going to work or not. I may not want to do this. 1, 2, 3, and then you could charge me.
Yeah, I could charge you. I could charge you as soon as you move into any of these hexes, right? Because as soon as you move there, I could charge you.
I got a question. So what about? So if I got a question because I'll do it or I won't do it. 1.
You can't move into general order terrain. Well, you can't move into general order terrain during a regroup.
Okay. Then there's no point to doing that.
Yeah. So
No point to doing that.
he's
Okay.
safer where he is, because at least if I
He is,
charge
'cause he
him,
can go back into
he
the,
can go back into the
go
swamp.
back into the.
But if you
brush
move him,
and
he
stuff.
could get chopped up. So it's just better to keep him back.
All right. So let's see. We're out of command, guys. Okay. Now let's figure out. Okay, Tuca is here. Okay, these guys. Okay, they won't do anything.
I'm trying to. Where is this? Trying to find some of these commanders to these people.
Yeah, I kind of liked that Tom had come up with a feature in one of the vassal things he designed where you could click on a particular command and then it all lights up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's perfect, because half the time stuff kind of gets scattered around like that. You're like, where the hell is everything? So
Are you watching?
I don't know where you're at, but go.
I'm up here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't convert this one over because we've already started. I don't want to risk it. But, so who's the commander for this SO division that's moving across the Kalasha?
What SO division?
These guys, there's an out of command marker on them. These guys.
Oh, they're just moved. He's towards the 7th. He's got him. He's moving back towards the 7th commander, which is in here.
So this guy.
I mean, I could. I guess I could. I could go up over the skirmishers.
That's up to you. I was just trying to figure out which. I didn't know that SO guy was part of the 7th. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could go like this. I could go up over this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To there.
Okay. I have a question on this guy right here. Rick.
Yep. What about him?
Does he go half on that thing or one?
There's for being on the trail. It's he would, for every 3 movement points, he'd get one more hex forward. So it's basically.
Okay, so that's like 4 to there.
Yep.
And then 4, and then he's got 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that correct?
I don't know where his commander is.
His commander is down here.
Oh, he's with the dragoons or whatever. So he wouldn't be on the road once he gets over here, right? He would just move right down straight, right? So he would go
3. Oh, he goes
so 3,
1, 2, 3
4,
on the road.
5, 6, 7, 8. He'd be
And then
right
he gets
there.
the extra one.
Yeah, he'd just be right here. And that puts him then within, 3 of his commander as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. See what else. Oh, I've got all the regroup guys up here. Oh boy, this is okay. So they go like these guys cannot change out of yeah. So that's 1, 2.
No, so that's actually 1, 2 to move into the
2.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7.
Oh, I just realized we're playing on a Rick Barber map.
3, 4,
Yes.
5, 6, 7.
Rest in peace, Rick.
He died?
And
Yes, he
He
did.
died of a heart attack about a week ago.
Yeah, I think it
Wow.
was. Yeah, I think it was maybe on Friday, Thursday or Friday.
Last week. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
he
looked
died.
at Wisconsin World in so
it's
long.
all, all over the board, all over the Napoleonics board.
Sure.
2.
Yeah, it was on. It was on the 10th. Well, it was posted on the 10th of May.
Yeah, it'd probably been a couple of days before that, or a day or so before that.
Yeah, but that was
That's too bad.
yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even have any idea how old he was, because people leave their avatar picture up for 20 years. There's no telling what they actually looked like.
Yeah, because he always had that, like, him with a Civil War hat on.
That's right. That's right. And who knows? That could have been a million years old.
1980.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah. Well, he left us an awful lot of beautiful artwork.
Indeed.
Okay.
What was it, Black Cat Studio or something like that was the name of
Yeah.
his?
Oh, Tom loved him.
Not to speak ill of the dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey, did you ever get your things from him?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Well, Tom
I
was a
mean-
contributor.
Oh, yeah, we're live. I won't say anything. Never mind.
All right, can we do our regroup then, perhaps? Hopefully,
All right.
slightly.
I did mine.
Okay.
I did mine as well.
I was just so damn pleased to have something I could do that I just got right on it.
Michael, did you roll for this guy that was disordered over here by the Fletches? He's part of the 11th division.
Sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
Over here by the
Where?
Bagration.
Right here.
Oh, my word. No, I did not roll for him because I was unaware of his presence. So I can do that right now.
Yep, he's recovered. And you could then move him forward, potentially, to... Well, actually, he might already be back in command, depending on who the 24th Laguerre belongs to.
Oh, he's... Are you telling me that's... Oh, that's another one of mine also. God, I'd totally forgotten about him. No, because based on the premise that you can't... Well, I guess he could do this. He could...
He could move,
that.
yeah, and then he would move...
But then he would have to keep moving because... Actually, you know what? He's still not in command at this point.
Right, no, he moves there, and now he's in command.
No, he's not.
Isn't this the
Because
leader of the 11th?
Yes, but there's no way he can trace without tracing through people from other commands. So he's still not in command.
Yeah, he's still not in command. Well, that's what
But
you call...
he also can't go any other way. So
That's
he's
true.
just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Got a traffic jam there, Michael. So
It's actually a lot better than it's been, to be honest
that
with you.
is true. That is true. So, all right. Yeah, I think I've got just about everybody moved who's part of that, the 4th. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's it for me. Hey, Tom, did you shoot the battery that's up there, the guard guns up on the hill?
No, I forgot. I forgot during my phase. I forgot to fire. But
Okay. Well, that's all right.
I'm waiting for the grand battery.
There you go. It'll come up, I'm sure. Everybody done with their groupiness? Okay.
Our groping.
Regropey.
Believe so.
Okay, back up to the cup. This time I think it's our turn, so I will be so bold as to start pulling chits out of the cup. Oh, it's the leader phase. All right, French.
You're gonna come in handy there.
French, do you have any leaders to move?
Yeah,
I have. I don't.
All right, we're done with our leaders, I guess. So.
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. I'll start with the guy that's trying to make it his way down to. Actually, Eric, this guy right here.
Yep.
Do you see it?
Yep, I see him.
Okay. He can go down to, I figured it out, to right here. Okay.
He can get that far?
He goes a half. Goes a half on those.
Oh,
things.
yeah, on the trails. I guess he does better than other people. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Then Lykovich will go to it's going to go right back to here. Okay, Gorbachev. No, this guy's going back to his group back here. Gorbachev.
It's Gorchov.
He will head over here. He is just he's an ADC for Begrat. Okay. And he's got a infantry and a cavalry bonus, right?
No, it looks like he's got cavalry and a morale bonus. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to go over here to this guy. Okay, now the question is, this guy's way in the back here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I think that's all of the leaders. David, are you around? No, he's not around. Okay, well, he's got it.
Yeah, I did the leaders.
You've done leaders, right? You've done leaders in the middle?
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's it.
All right, exciting stuff. Back up to the cup, I guess. You guys get to pick.
Hi, David.
Okay.
Well, John gets to go.
Oh,
Artillery.
grand batteries.
John went. All right.
Good job there, Dave. Too bad it's not ours.
Okay, we get to go first,
We
right?
got grand battery.
Oh, it's right.
We got grand batteries.
Right. Yeah. Ooh.
You got one. Okay. Well, let's see what it can do. Now it's up high, or it's higher. Okay, so it can fire. Question is, can it fire over? Okay, can it fire over these guys, for example?
So what's the target, for example?
Target would be out here, somewhere, like out there. Like that.
Well, you might have. Well, so who's shooting?
All right. Okay. Let me work our way over there to that.
Yeah.
Okay. We have this guy, David. If you think you've got another idea that's better, chime in. Okay. With those two groups together.
Well, wait a minute, but that one can't shoot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So they've got a 12 here. And he's going to fire right down there. I think I like it. Okay, I'm going to try. I don't know, we're going to have to kind of like roll a dice on who gets the... Oh,
Where's the actual
I think it's
target?
actually... Okay, there's the thread.
Okay, so you've got a...
I think I go through both the 16s.
What actual target are you shooting at?
The, well, we got the, no, we don't. The first one is going to be Perneti.
Right, the artillery.
Okay, so then...
Then it would be the 16 and then the other 16.
So it's going to be... Click the line away, because I don't believe that's actually what's going to happen, because that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we continue on that same pattern, that's the actual trajectory. It passes through the middle of that hex.
Are you doing it? Oh,
Do you see it now?
Yes.
okay. It still hits the vertex of that. So we'd have to like determine. I guess we'd go through the 216, right?
It goes through the one that's behind Pertney, and then it's going to go into whatever is there in the
210,
readout.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're going after. Okay, so
you've got a
first,
1-to-1 shot on the artillery.
Right. 1-to-1.
That's correct. You've got 8. It's medium range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's 8 to 8, 1-to-1. That's a
Why
miss.
would it be 8 to 8?
Because it's medium range. He's only got... His factor is 8.
But your factor is 16.
No, that's... My fire defense is not 16.
No, I don't think it's that good in this game.
So so in the clear, unlimbered fire defense is 8.
So it's 8 to 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've got two different.
Now we have 8 to 6.
Nope, you've got a 5 to 6 because you're at long range now.
Oh, okay, 5 to 6.
So 5 to 6.
5 to 6.
You-
5 to 6 with a...
Plus
So it's a
5,
1 to
minus
1.5 with
minus 1 altogether.
So you have a minus 1
including
altogether.
the,
So
Right.
just roll your dice.
Here we
Al.
go.
That's a hit.
Okay. And finally on the... I don't know if this is going to be a very good shot, but he's limbered. So
So it's a 5 to 6 with a minus 12.
5 to 6.
You can't hit L.
Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. So that's that guy. Now, okay, my question is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so can we take, so can these guys up on the hill fire over my line that's there? This, the line of group of guys that's there.
So it depends on who you're shooting at.
Well, I can shoot at this line, or I can shoot at this line.
Right. So if you're going to shoot, so this one here is a leader all on his own. So you can't
yeah,
shoot at him. So there's nothing to shoot at. But you could shoot at this guy because the units that are in between are further away than the than I am to you, right? So that is the units you're firing over are closer to you than they are to me. So you could fire over the top. I don't know who this guy is.
Besides, seeing how many increments that unit's lost, there's barely anybody to fire over anyway.
That's true. There's 100 guys there.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Okay, so
you'd have 9 to 6.
We've got our 2 guys. You have the people, the 9 and another 9.
So
18.
So how are you combining them?
We're combining these 2 guys.
Right. But how are you doing that when you don't have a leader there who has an artillery bonus? So they can fire separately, but they can't fire together.
Lowenstein is here right next to him.
Oh,
right, but Lowenstein's not.
Yeah, but he's as a leader, he's not suppressed.
Right, so that allows you to
that
have.
That doesn't mean he loses his command.
So Albert, you've got 2 units that are adjacent to each other that do not have a leader with an artillery bonus. You cannot combine them together. So now, if they were adjacent
even
to
Lowenstein's not effective. Okay,
Lowenstein's not stacked. Lowenstein's not stacked with either of those 2 units, is he?
Oh, all right. So you're saying that? Okay. All right. We'll do them separately then. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to look at this guy. You're both the 9s. All right. Where is the... Here it is. Okay. That won't work. Okay, so that will be... That's 1 right there. Okay, that's that one.
So that is a 9 to 6. Roll your dice.
Okay.
And that is, I believe, a miss.
I believe it is too.
Yep.
Okay. Then we'll do the next one. We'll go on this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's also a 9 to 6. That is a hit. And a morale check. And we pass. All right. Did you mark off your ammunition?
Right. Yeah. Okay, so we fired these guys. We fired these guys. And we fired these guys. I don't think anybody else has a shot.
Tom, have you done your grand battery fire on your side of the world?
No, I'm waiting for the Russians to finish.
Oh.
I guess we're finished.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to? Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah. No. What you go ahead and we could probably go into separate rooms just to speed things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go down to game 1.
So John, go down to game room 1.
Okay, I had to take the garbage out. Sorry.
Or David, go down to game room 1. Depending on who he's shooting at. Okay.
The only bad thing is sometimes you shoot at the other person's troops and they're not in the same room.
Right.
Right. So that's why, like if you're shooting at
me down in that room, Tom?
I don't know yet. Who's ever at Ognik, OGNIK is I'm gonna be shooting at.
so this stuff over here.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Albert, we'll start to shoot at you then. So we'll have Pertney fire on the infantry that's there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be Yep, that will be 30 to 6. That's 5 to 1 with a +3. 13, 5 to 1. That's a single hit. And the morale check for those poor guys. And they pass. All right, and then we'll have Lauriston and these other guys fire like we've done before over this way, like that. So we've got 16, we've got 28 to 6, we've got 4 to 1 with a +4 on the Hussars. And that's going to become a 36 at 4 to 1. That's a hit.
Curses. Can't get that. Okay.
And they're happy. Then we'll fire here. So now we're at slightly long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at long range. So we will have 8 plus 6. That's 14 to 6, 2 to 1 on those guys. And that's a miss. And then we've got a 2 to 1 on those guys. And that's a miss. Okay, that's it for my grand battery.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right. Michael, did you have
How do we
anything?
take this suppression off?
Suppression will come off at the end of your next reorganization phase.
Ooh. I don't know. Okay. All right.
All right. Oh, it looks like somebody just got eliminated.
I'm going somewhere else, I think.
Yeah. All the fun's up in game room 1. Things getting blown up, Tom?
Yeah, I actually got a couple good hits.
Whenever are you done, Tom?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I just got that one shot, David, at the Fletch right near Semyonovsky. It's the same shot we did last time.
Okay.
Just this time I was planning on hitting. Nope. No, actually, I missed by worse.
Yeah. Well, you planned that, right?
That was my cunning plan. We're just getting the range. No problem. Just getting the range.
Anybody been firing the Great Redoubt? Doesn't it have unlimited ammo?
No.
So,
Okay.
do you get roll through shooting there at the earthwork? It says earthworks don't block line of sight.
Are you asking for me about that earthwork that I just
that you
fired
just shot
on?
at? Because wouldn't you have stuff rolling through and hitting people beyond it?
It seems entirely reasonable that we might, yeah.
Okay.
But I think
Ricochet.
Yeah, the
So
ricochet.
if you look at 13.5.7, non-clear terrain blocks ricochet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, then there you have it.
yeah. All good.
All right. Last but not least, we've only got a few things left in the cup at this point. And that would be
one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, reinforcements.
All right, get reinforced. Okay, let's move. So we have this guy who's still doing his administrative march. 4, 6. So that's actually 8, 12. Okay. All right, and these guys, 2, 4. All right, that's it for the reinforcements.
I don't know if I'd even suggest it, boys, but I think we made it to 10 o'clock.
We did. We can advance the clock to 10 o'clock. Okay. Very good. Any questions? Any comments? Okay. Then we'll see everybody's happy, smiling faces. Well, some of you will see tomorrow evening.
Yeah. All right, gents.
See you, boys.
All right. Be
okay,
well.
bye-bye.